Oh my god. Hello everyone. Welcome to Fire Emblem Three Houses. A game that I like a lot, that I haven't played in a long time. Oh. I know who a priest is. It's a net. Anyway, I'm back. I thought, look, I've been wanting to stream this game since it came out, and I made the mistake of when it came out, just completely binging it to the point where I kind of needed to take like at least a year off completely. But I've wanted to go back. Brendan has said repeatedly this is Three Houses Summer, and I just got the urge to, and I thought it'd be fun to try a Maddening run on stream. So that's what we're going to do. I've decided, as you can see in the layout, that I'm going to do Golden Deer. I'm going to try a Maddening run. For context, I usually play this game on hard and also with classic. So I've tried Maddening briefly in the past, and it was really hard. It's no joke. I think I got to like the third mission. So we'll see how this goes. I would like it to be something that I try to do on stream all the way through. But if you've watched my streams before, you know that sometimes my ambition is higher than what's physically possible for me to do. So we'll give it our best shot. But I would like to at least make this a somewhat recurring thing, even if we don't get all the way through. New game. Do you think you'll have to sacrifice people in a run this hard? Towards the end, I feel like probably not early on, but towards the end, I would guess so. I'm noticing the TV I'm playing this on, the borders are cutting in a little bit. Not an issue, but if it is, I'll switch TVs for next time. New game. So here's the deal. There is an in-game challenge. If you finish a Maddening run and you don't use New Game Plus, the opening menu is like slightly different. It literally is like a yellow light instead of a green light. Like, it's not worth it. But the fact that it exists means that I have to try to do it. So we're not going to be using New Game Plus. We're just going to be going in with nothing. I don't have any amiibos. I've just got the Bowser and a Top Hat one. We're gonna regret this. I'm gonna make it very clear. We're gonna regret this, but we gotta try. And honestly, if it's too much, we can always go back, right? Like, we can always start a new one. It's not a huge deal, but I'm gonna set my sights as high as possible. No! For those who crave the challenge. Oh, by the way, before we get started, I really want to show off. As you can tell, I went all out with the display. We have a little spot for MVP. So, briefly before I did doodles of the whole cast, well, of the Golden Deer, I didn't have time to do Marianne, unfortunately. So, of course, she'll probably be MVP this stream, but let's say, like, oh, Byleth was MVP last match. Bam, there's Byleth. What about Hilda? Bam, there's Hilda. I just thought that'd be fun, so that's what that's for. Also, I think my favorite thing I've ever done with my life is this Be Right Back screen. It really is all downhill from here. So thank you for seeing me at my peak. I really wish in retrospect I made this the thanks for watching slide, because I don't know how often I'll be leaving. But that's what we got. So very cool. All right, Maddening it is. I guess so many choices. So yeah, I usually play classic. For Maddening, I've wondered if it would be more palatable to do casual. But honestly, I feel like we're streaming this. We gotta get as much drama as possible. Gotta go classic for dramatic tension. Yeah, absolutely. So classic it is. I mean, I wrote it. It's in stone. Also, you'll appreciate that right by the MVP spot of the display, Felix is looking jealously. I thought that was funny. Classic. Yeah, we can do that. That's fine. That's fine. We can connect to the internet. That's fine. What? Never heard of this Fire Emblem game. Is it like a non-procedural Wildermyth? Everything is in contrast to Wildermyth now. This is another good opportunity to let me know how the audio is, because this is a loud scene. And I'll be talking pretty casually throughout this, so if it's off balance, let me know. I forgot about this scene, yeah. It's a good one. It really sets the tone. Because, like, the first, 30 hours are, like, just studying and, like, hanging out. But it opens with this, so you know where it's going to go. My voice is still a little quiet? Let me put it up. How's this? How's this now? Is that louder? Is that better? Better, okay. I'm just gonna bump it up even more, just because why not? How about this? It looks like I'm in the yellow now, which is a good thing. Given this is probably the most noise the game will be making. That's perfect. We did it! We finally got the balance. Oh, it's St. Cerros. Have you heard about St. Cerros? Do you have a minute for the Church of St. Cerros? I love that I had to finish the game twice before I had full context for the scene. Yeah, they really... It's like the main story is only really clear if you've 100%ed the game. To be honest, I don't really think the main story is nearly as interesting as everything else. Like, I think it really is the personal moments that I remember about this game. It's almost like the Fire Emblem story is happening in the background, It's interesting. Like, there's definitely intrigue, but...
Do you recall the Red Canyon?
Oh, shit.
You'll die. 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 You took everything that I loved.
Back to school where I learned to murder. Yeah, it's like, dude, you study for lances? I can't get into lances, dude. Oh yeah, just a heads up for those watching now or on YouTube. I'm gonna try to not outwardly spoil a lot of stuff, but it's gonna be hard not to. And I think for the chat, I put a spoiler warning on the top there. So just spoilers ahead. If you want to go in completely blind, probably refrain from watching this. Snape kills Byleth. Good lord. Would you rather go to Garreg Mach or Shujin Academy? Oh, that's a good question.
Here?
Probably Shujin, because no. I don't know. Both sound appealing, and then you think for a second, you're like, I don't want to go to either of those places. I don't want to go to war or deal with Kamoshida. Like, nah, neither.
It is most rude to interrupt a moment of repose. Very rude indeed. Now come to me. I wish to have a look at you.
I think we're going with male Byleth this time. I tend to switch between the two. Honestly, mostly because I've already drawn him. So, whoops. But honestly, I think Femme Byleth is canon. I like her a little bit more for whatever reason.
Anyway?
There's more expression in her face in the cutscenes. Male Byleth is very much like this the whole time. Who are you? This is the new astrology. I'm a demon rising. Femme Byleth romancing to do is canon. Yeah, I also agree with that. Just moving my mic. Honestly, I think I'm a ghost because I'm back at school. I played this before. I feel like I'm back to a place that I have an attachment to, vaguely haunting it, but not in a benign way, not quite in a demonic way. Mortal, I feel like is your first run. I'm a ghost.
Do not deceive. You would do well to keep your
I know a ghost when I see one. You're not a ghost. Fine, I'm immortal.
I see. Then you must have a name of sorts. Go on.
Steven. That's my name.
Huh. I shall not ever grow accustomed to the sound of human names.
I mean, Steven's.
You must possess a day of birth.
I guess
as
there
well.
aren't many Stevens in
Beneath which
Fodlan.
moon and on what day were you born to this world?
Okay. I love seeing. So, Great Tree Moon is the April equivalent. This is my real birthday. Great Tree Moon. Cool. Yes.
Well, wonders never cease. It seems we share our day of birth.
What?
How strange.
Hold. Wait, does she always say that? Or is Sothis also an Aries? Oh, she always says it. Oh, okay, whatever.
It all feels so familiar. I think it may be time for yet another nap. It is almost time to begin.
Sothis has big Aries energy. Yeah, I agree. There are a lot of Aries. Actually, I think Hubert is the character my birthday is closest to. But I don't know if he's not quite Aries energy. I would say a little bit more stereotypically Scorpio, if you will. Hey, Gerald. Hey, Dad.
Were you having that dream again?
The best part about replaying this game is seeing Gerald again. It's always a little bittersweet. I was dreaming about a war.
Massive armies clashing on a vast field, right? There hasn't been a battle like that in over 3 centuries.
Honestly, maybe the bar is low, but I do also think that Gerald has the best facial hair in Fodlan. I mean, everyone else, it's a complete nightmare. This beard is actually working for me.
In any case, just put that out of your mind for now. The battlefield is no place for idle thoughts.
Okay.
Risking your life is part of the job for mercenaries like us. Letting your mind wander is a sure way to get yourself killed. Okay, time to get moving. Our next job is in the kingdom. I told you before, it's far from here, so we'll need to leave at dawn.
Oh, right.
Oh, good grief.
Oh, he didn't
Everyone
like
is
that.
already waiting for us outside.
Gerald, sir, sorry to barge in, but your presence is needed.
What's happened?
Please forgive our intrusion. We wouldn't
Here
bother
they
you
are.
if the situation not dire.
What do a bunch of kids like you want at this hour?
We're being pursued by a group of bandits. I can only hope that you will be so kind as to lend your support.
Bandits? Here?
It's true. They attacked us while we were at rest in our camp.
How do I do auto?
We've been separated from our companions and we're outnumbered. They're after our lives, not to mention our gold.
I'm impressed you're staying so calm considering the situation. Wait, that uniform.
Bandits spotted just outside the village. Damn, there were a lot of them.
I guess they followed you all the way here. We can't abandon this village now. Come on, let's move.
Just checking in.
Hope
Let me
you're
know if
ready.
the game is loud enough. I know that I'm loud enough now, but I just want to make sure they're both able to be heard. Okay, let's start a new save. Yes. Sound balance is right on the money. Hell yeah. Thank you. Thank you for verifying. Jump, jump, jump. Sounds good to my ears. Part 1. White clouds. A dad and their kid fight a bunch of bandits. Oh, I forgot about this guy. Hell yeah!
Let's take care of those thieves before they overrun the
song.
village. Take down the enemies in front first. That should take the wind out of their sails.
The Fodlin wind? Oh, I know. We're doing Maddening, I know. Okay, so the thing about... There we go, forgot. This shows all the enemy movement. How do I zoom out? Is it, there we go. Okay, so this level is still pretty tough on Maddening, so the good news is that if anyone dies, it's game over, so it won't be like, we won't have to compromise or anything. I'm gonna...
Stay focused.
Byleth, I think, is the most equipped just to be out on their own. Oh, great. Off to a great start. Whoops. So the big thing about Maddening is you really have to consider your inventory a bit more, from what I've been told. And from what little I've played, it's also like you have to constantly use combat arts and gambits, which, like, in hard, I only ever really used the archer combat arts. So Claude. Oh.
Ready and willing.
Hell yeah. Can we talk and then attack?
It's because of you guys that I'm not dead right now. Thanks for that. I didn't expect to run into mercenaries like you in some remote village. The gods of fortune must be smiling on me.
Claude, our adventure has just begun. Okay.
Wink.
Oh my god. Dimitri, my king, you know what to do. Let's use a combat art. I'm sick of this dude. Yeah, eat shit. Yeah! There's the boar prince.
You never had a chance.
Hell yeah. I love Dimitri. This part always makes you, like, rethink your decision, even if you're set on it.
Prevail.
Because they're all
You have
great.
a strange aura about you. You say you're a mercenary, so show me what you can do.
My bad luck from Wildermyth followed me here. For real. Yeah, it feels... That game is wonderful, but, like, unless you have 100%, you have, like, a 1 out of 3 chance, no matter what. It's really bizarre. I don't know why.
We'll advance while protecting ourselves from the enemy. Take up position inside the forest. Terrain effects. This is a pretty good tutorial, honestly. Okay. I am going to bait them with Byleth here. Oh wait, no, we don't want all of them. Yeah, this is fine. My buddy Claude right behind me. Edelgard waiting here. I think Dimitri can also tank. Not too bad. Okay. Yeah. Finally.
That's the golden deer for you.
Yes. I'm gonna go into here and use a vulnerary. I've read this word so many times, but I don't know how it's pronounced, unfortunately. Vulnerary, I think.
Yes, good. If we're in the forest, we can
Good.
sustain
Hide in
attacks
trees,
without
my
losing
son.
the advantage.
Forests are not the only type. Oh, cool. Actually, let's use a combat art. Smash! Ugh. Honestly, not into axes. They're not really worth it, because they always have like a pretty low chance to hit. But this is worth it, because we will we'll knock him out rather than this. Okay, let's do it. Hell yeah.
Your defeat was inevitable.
I love, now you know your limits.
Use caution.
Oh, sorry, Dimitri. Let's put you in a bush and use a potion.
Saw that coming.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing I like about Maddening in some ways, is it really makes you utilize like every mechanic that's in the game, for better and for worse. Honestly, hard like isn't too bad until the very end.
This is a fine opportunity. Use the
Combat arts. Let's use Claude again. Oh shit. I'm into this.
Failure is not an option.
Okay. I keep thinking I can attack diagonally because I've been playing Wildermyth. Alright.
Cut through.
Yeah. My king! No! Alright, it's alright. We love you, Dimitri. I'm into that. I'm into those odds. There we go.
It was a good try.
I love them so much. Okay. No, yeah, let's chat.
Thank you. We are in your debt. It wouldn't do for us to fall.
Are we doing Maddening Ashen Wolves? Oh yeah, so I haven't finished the side quest. Honestly, I didn't really like it that much. Like, it had some cool stuff, but I found it to be arbitrarily difficult, which I might feel the same way about this Maddening run. But it just felt a little bit much at times, and also like I didn't really enjoy the story either. But Balthus was great. Balthus and just the services that are in the Abyss are worth it, just to add to a run.
Please, lend us your strength. Let's work together to drive out these thieves.
Hell yeah. There we go.
Each battle, a chance to grow.
Using items. One step ahead of you.
Damn! Why are there mercenaries in the village? Guess we'll have to deal with them too.
I know I'm gonna curse us, but we're off to a good start, I think. Ally phase. Daddy is here. Hell yeah. Alright,
attack when an ally is nearby, and the enemy will be intimidated, making them easier to hit.
Linked attacks. Cool. Can Steven make it? No, we can't.
Use caution.
Let's heal Dimitri for sure. I'm gonna put Steven right here. I'm gonna heal Claude. And Edelgard. You're doing great. Unless these aren't really our items, you might as well use them. Your first run is Golden Deer? Oh yeah, I'm so excited to go back. I chose Golden Deer because I just thought I love all the houses, but they feel the most like it feels the most heroic in some ways. I mean, there are heroic moments of all three, but I figure we're gonna have a lot of difficulty against us. I wanted to choose the house that had a bit of levity and a really great finale, just something to work towards. And I also just love the house, so all stars align. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Wait a minute. What if... Ugh. How are we doing here? What is it with the 1 HP? No. Oh shit, no.
I'll cut through.
I'm into that. Oh, but he has no health. Okay. Here's what I think the move is. Curve shot, this dude. Claude is great. I love Claude. There we go.
Never underestimate an outsider.
I think, yeah, Tempest slash Tempest Lance. Done.
Is that all?
Is that all? Edelgard. Not into this. It's not a good move. Wait here? No, this you can tank. Just wait right here. Steven, what's up with you? Byleth. Ugh. We don't want to attack him until we have 2 ready to go. And he can't kill anyone in 1 hit, so we're good.
I'm gonna kill you where you stand.
Alright, nice try. But not quite.
What the?
I've never seen this. I don't think Gerald has ever made it to him, usually. It's a Costas.
What's a renowned mercenary like you doing here?
I'm the one who should be complaining. I'm caught up in the mess you started.
Yes! Oh, look at him go. Alright, like father, like son, let's finish this. 100? Yeah, that's perfect. That's what we want.
Hey, you with the blank stare! Out of my way!
We did it! Wow. Oh yeah, I forgot we die like right away. Whoops.
Honestly, what are you accomplishing with that little stunt? It's like you're trying to get me killed, you fool.
Sorry, Sothis. I thought it'd be fun to play on Maddening.
After all, if you don't know the value of your own life, you're not going to protect it very well, are you? Course not. Well then, I guess it's up to me to guide you from now on, right? You can call me Sothis, but I'm also known as the Beginning. Sothis. Yes, that is it. My name is
Huge
Sothis.
Morgana vibes. Yeah, same voice actor.
And I am also called the Beginning. But who once called me that?
What are you talking about, Sothis?
I was not able to recall my name until just now.
This is a cool song.
And just like that, it came to me. How odd. That look upon your face. Did you think me a child? A mere child who forgot her own name? Phooey! That child just saved your life. And what does that make you?
Okay, I'm gonna try to roleplay here. I feel like I'd just be like, I don't know. How are you trying to insult me?
Correct. You understand. You threw yourself before an axe to save just one young girl. Yet all is well, as I have stalled.
Yeah, the first half of the game is basically
you would
being
have
bullied.
died had I not intervened.
Thank you.
There now. Is gratitude so much to ask? I did deem you worth saving after all. Though it is only momentary, time has stopped. However did I manage that?
Honestly, they do a great job explaining like how you can turn turns backwards or like rewind time essentially. It's pretty well done. What happens?
When time begins again, the axe will tear into your flesh and you will surely meet your end. Who are you to drag me into this?
It's the most expression we'll get
What
from
to
Male
do?
Byleth for a while. Turn back the hands of time.
Of course. I must turn back the hands of time. Yes, I do believe it can be done. You really are quite troublesome. I cannot wind back time too far, but all is well. You are aware of what's to come, which means you can protect yourself this time.
Hell yeah.
Now go! Yes, you who bears the flames within. Drift through the flow of time to find the answers that you seek.
Hey, over here!
Hey, friends.
Hey, did you just...
He knows.
The Knights of Cerros are here. We'll cut you down for terrorizing
here we
our
go.
students. Hey, the thieves are running away. Go after them. The students seem to be unharmed. And who's this?
Why him?
Who was the MVP? It was Claude, our first MVP. Oh, of course I don't have it ready here. I'll get to you in a second while we watch the next thing. Save, yes. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I am grateful.
Captain George.
So you're gonna see a big
It
Claude
is
in
you.
1 second.
Goodness, it's been
Don't
ages.
worry.
Don't you recognize me? It's Alois, your old right-hand man. Well, that's how I always thought of myself anyway. Oh, it must have been 20 years ago that you went missing without a trace. I always knew you were still alive.
This won't happen
changed a
every
bit,
time. I just,
Alois,
for whatever
as
reason, I
loud
forgot
as
to have
ever.
him ready.
And drop that captain nonsense. I'm not your captain anymore. These days, I'm just a wandering mercenary. One who has work to do. Goodbye, old friend.
Right. Goodbye, Captain.
There we go. There's Claude.
That isn't how this ends. I insist that you return to the monastery with me.
Garrig Mach Monastery. I suppose this
Do not be
was it.
alarmed by Big Claude.
And how about you, kid? Are you the captain's child?
I have it so the doodles are like a little over the screen. If that bothers you at all, let me know. I can make it smaller. But I thought it looked kind of fun. That is correct.
Is that so? Well, physical differences aside, your mannerisms do remind me of the captain. I'd love for you to see the monastery too. You will join me, won't you? What's troubling you, Captain? You aren't about to run off again, are you?
Even I wouldn't dare run from the Knights of Cerros.
Knights of Cerros? They do seem rather skilled. Ah, it seems your presence is required. Get going.
I remember the first time I played, I thought this scene was where you chose your house, and I spent
I
like so
appreciate your help
long
back there.
debating internally.
Your skill is beyond question. Your former captain
sorry.
of the Knights of
Sorry,
Cerros,
Lord.
oft praised as the strongest knight to ever live. Have I missed anything?
I didn't know.
How curious. I'd wager the explanation for that is fascinating indeed.
Hey, you are coming with us to the monastery, right? Of course you are. I'd love to bend your ear as we travel. Oh, I should mention that the three of us are students of the Officers Academy at Garrig Mach Monastery. We were doing some training exercises when those bandits attacked. I definitely got the worst of it.
That would be because you ran off.
Too true. I was the first to make a strategic retreat. Everything would have worked out if these two hadn't followed me and ruined everything. Because of them, every single one of those bandits chased after us. Utterly ridiculous.
Ah, so that's what you were thinking, Claude. And here I thought you were acting as a decoy for the sake of us all.
His intentions were as clear as day. You will prove a lacking ruler if you cannot see the truth behind a person's words.
You will prove a lacking ruler yourself if you look for deceit behind every word and fail to trust those whom you rely on.
Oh, joy. A royal debate between their highnesses. I wonder how being completely predictable affects one's ability to wield power. Personally, as the embodiment of distrust, I'd say your little exchange smacks of naivete.
Me, naive. Tell me, are you actually incapable of keeping quiet, or is your lack of self-awareness a condition of some sort?
In any case, forgive our digression. I must speak with you if you can spare a moment. The way you held your ground against the bandits' leader was captivating. You never lost control of the situation.
Honestly, real talk, I chose Dimitri the first
learn.
time because he has the most
Your skill
oblivion
is
energy
precisely
about him.
why I
you know,
must ask you to
he
consider
feels like
lending your
he's out of the
services to
Elder
the
Scrolls in
Empire.
many ways.
I might as well tell you now. I am no
I'm
mere
no
student.
mere student.
I am also the Adrestian Empire's.
Halt, Edelgard. Please allow me to finish my own proposition. The Holy Kingdom of Fargus is in dire need of exceptional individuals like yourself. Please, do consider returning to the kingdom with me.
Whoa there, you two sure
Oh
are
really?
hasty.
Honestly, the voice acting in
Trying
this
to
game is
recruit
great.
someone you
It's
just
definitely
met.
worth playing with the
Tactless,
sound
really.
on and the music too.
I was personally
Wonderful.
planning to develop a deep and lasting friendship on our journey back to the monastery before begging for favors. But it seems there's no time for niceties in this world. So, capable stranger, let's get right to it. Where does your allegiance lie?
I'm all about the deer. Oh,
It
not
seems
yet.
one's place of birth is quite significant to them. Yet they are
This does
so
feel like you're
impressed by
choosing,
those
right? And then you don't
take your
choose
pick.
until much later.
Well,
I'm into it. Burgeoning League of Nobles. Why not?
Is that right? Well, that's a win for the Alliance, so I suppose I'm obligated to be happy.
All right, that's enough with the small talk. It's time to head back to the monastery.
Looks like we'll have to pick this up another time.
Yeah, it's
my,
broadcasted
they are
as
in
the
such a
choice.
hurry. You know, each of the three is most unique.
That's applying to college early. I would absolutely have early applied to Golden Deer. What's up with Claude? I love the... This is where I realized the writing was, like, actually wonderful. We're in these little asides about each character. Because they kind of perfectly sum them all up, and they, you know, foreshadow a lot. And Edelgard's not quite as... I love Dimitri's description. Yeah.
Yes, I
Amazing.
thought the same. I am so sleepy once again. I may be sleeping, but
Sothis is always acting like a friend who like wants you to get the hint to leave the apartment, you know? Like, all right, well, that's enough. Pre-order bonuses for War School.
Part 1.
White clouds.
White clouds.
Great tree moon.
Great tree moon.
3 houses.
3 houses. The icy
As
winds
seasons
of the
change,
Agma Mountains
students go
have begun
back
to
to school
scatter,
and revisit
and the verdant
plot they've
fields
already
once again spring to
experienced,
life across
to play on a
Rome,
higher
heralding
difficulty
the
to
start of
impress
a
their
new
friends on
era.
the internet.
As
It
they
may
celebrate
prove
the
to be
dawning
too
year,
challenging,
the people
but no
pray that they
challenge
may
is
realize their full
not worth
potential,
it completely
just as a tiny
because the
sprout
drama
grows to
alone
one
would be
day
fun
grow
to
into a
experience.
great tree.
As the bison pull up the carts and the god of wind blows on the fan, so too does Stephen try again on Maddening.
The continent of Fodlan, said to be protected by a revered goddess, has existed since time immemorial.
Hell yeah.
3 ruling powers now control the land.
I tried my
In
best
the
with that.
south
It was hard to
lies
keep
a
up the
region
pace
long
without
held by a
no
more
longer
than
making sense.
1,000-year-old dynasty, the Adrestian Empire. Beyond its
I've learned
borders,
recently
to
that the
frigid
same voice
north,
actor who
is
is
the home of
Geralt,
the
who's
Holy
narrating
Kingdom
right
of
now,
Fargus,
is also the
ruled by the
dragon
royal
in Dragon's
family
Dogma.
and its knights.
And there's a
To the
scene where that
east,
dragon gives you a
league of
choice, and
nobles
it's
that
narrated
needs
in a
no
very
king
kind of
nor
similar way.
emperor, rules what is called the Leicester Alliance. Once consumed by a tempest of war and turmoil, Fodlan, and these
I'm
three
glad
mighty
Claude is the
powers
first
now
MVP because
exist
that
in relative
really
harmony.
signifies our choice here. White clouds. Friends walk through the forest. There's an air of distrust, as well as a reunion.
This will be your first time at the monastery. I'd be happy to show you around.
It really is Fodlan in a nutshell. The good and the bad.
Oh yeah, the Leicester Alliance.
Like it or not,
Coincidence?
we'll be there soon enough.
We're here. Oh my god, we're here. Going back to your earlier question, I feel like I would
There
have
it
to go to
is.
Garrick Mach.
Garrick Mach
It's a cool
Monastery.
place. I forgot about the church choir cover of Fodlan Wins. Oh, everyone's favorite character. He's here. Hooray, Hanneman. I feel like Manuela has similar energy to Lucille Bluth. I always saw her as Lucille Bluth in my head. Which makes the gatekeeper Jean Parmesan, I think. It's Raya. You can trust me, I promise. I'm not up to anything up here in my balcony.
Did the flow of
Don't
time
worry
bring you
about
here?
what I did to you. Hee hee.
It's been years.
I'm glad we're
since
getting a
I
lot of
last
story
set
together
eyes on
because
this
the
place.
first
To be
mission,
forced to see her now.
the scrimmage, is like one of the hardest parts of Maddening because you only have like the raw level 1 units. You've had no ability to level them up or train them. So it's really like you have to make the right move, otherwise you're done. So I'm very excited to see how we do there.
I've never spoken of this to you before, but many years ago.
Yeah, there's this
I was a
instant
knight
nostalgia
here.
with this game,
I
no matter
reported
what.
to the Archbishop, Lady
No
Ray.
matter how long it's been. The Archbishop?
As
Dude, you
know,
taught me nothing.
majority
I'm
of
your
folks
son.
in Fodlan are devout followers.
I don't
of
know
the teachings
anything.
Of Cerros. The leader of that ridiculously large religious organization is the Archbishop,
I wonder how he
Lady
feels about
Ray.
the church.
Thank you for your patience, Gerald. My name is Seteth. I am an advisor to the Archbishop.
Okay, I want to stir up chat.
Right. Hello.
There was a big... I'm gonna pause it. There was a big debate in the Discord about whether or not Seteth is hot. I want to know how you all feel as the scene plays out.
It has been a long time, Gerald. I wonder.
I'm gonna start. I'm gonna
Was it
say
the will
yes.
of
I
the
think
goddess that we have
it
another
has been
chance
a work in
meeting like
progress
this?
for me to realize this,
Forgive
but
my
I think
silence all these
I've
years.
come to the conclusion
Much has
that he
happened since we
is.
last spoke.
He's just got a rough
So I see.
look right
The
now.
miracle
Like,
of
I feel like he is
fatherhood has
capable
blessed you.
of being hot, but
That
he's
is your
chosen
child, is it
his
not?
current look.
Yes. Born many years after I left this place. I wish I could introduce you to the mother of my child, but I'm afraid we lost her to illness.
I see. My condolences. As for you,
That's it. He's
I
a
heard of
beautiful
your
man with
valiant
a
efforts
rough
from
beard. That's
Eloise.
really what it is.
What is your name?
And kind of like berries and cream hair, you know. My name is... I don't know anything.
A
Why are you
fine
asking
name
me?
indeed.
It's really shocking. I think the one thing,
From
like,
the bottom
the
of
biggest
my
plot
heart,
hole is
I
like, why
thank
do
you
they
for
make
saving those
Byleth
students
a
of the
teacher?
Officers'
Like,
Academy.
I don't know a basic history. I don't know the present. I don't know who I am. They're like, this guy's got what it takes. You're better than Hanneman. You're up.
Gerald, you already know what it is I wish to say, do you not?
You want me to rejoin the Knights of Cerros, don't you? I won't say no, but
Your apprehension stings. I had expected that Alois would have already asked this of you. I must step away for now, but I expect they will desire a word with you soon. Please listen carefully to what they have to say. Until tomorrow, farewell.
Oh yeah, Linhart has more of the berries and cream hair. You're right. You're right. Similar energy, though.
I can't believe it. Forced back into the Knights of Cerros.
I hate when the Pope
I'm
calls me
sorry
over.
I dragged you into this. Looks like I'll be stuck here for a while. And I'm afraid your services are requested as well.
I must work here? I don't know anything. This makes more sense. As a mercenary?
Nothing like that. They want you to teach, by the sound of it. You heard those brats earlier.
I think
talking
the
about
reason they
Officers
really want me to
Academy,
teach is Rhea
right?
wants me
Well, the academy
under
just
her
happens to be short
control
of a
and her
professor.
surveillance.
And apparently that
More
damned
than,
Alois
as an actual
went
teacher.
and recommended you to Lady Rhea.
So, you must be the new professor. My, how stern and handsome you are.
No. I'm not the one you're looking for. You can
Great
handle
delivery.
things from here. Good luck. And watch out for Lady Rhea. I don't know
love
what she's
Geralt so
thinking
much.
making you a professor like this. She may be up to something. Stay on your guard.
Oh, it's you then? So young.
Oh, you're new here.
Competence and age are not necessarily correlated.
I've read
I
every
am Hammond,
book there
a
is.
crest
With
scholar
my
and
monocle,
professor
I can
at the
see the
Officers'
truth
Academy.
that the writer
I wonder if
intended,
you bear
but
a
was
crest of
lost
your
in the
own.
limitation of
When
words.
next you have a moment
Do
to
you
spare,
have a crest that I
insist
could
that
look
you
at?
pay me a visit so we can delve into the subject.
I'm Manuela. I'm a professor, a physician, a songstress, and available. It's
Dude
nice
needs
to
a
meet
fucking
you.
fedora. If Hanneman had a fedora, it would be a lot. It'd be a lot to take in. You're a songstress?
Of course. Before I came
I love
here,
Manuela. I think
belonged
she's a
to
great character,
renowned
honestly.
Opera company. Perhaps you've heard of me? The Middlefranc Opera Company's beautiful, peerless.
Spare our colleague the needless chatter, Manuela. Now then.
Hanneman is a
It
Phoenix
seems
Wright
you'll
villain.
be taking charge of one of the academy's
Yeah, he does
three
have that
houses.
vibe, for sure.
I expect you haven't yet
Is
been briefed
Felix,
on the nature of each,
Edgeworth?
have you?
Do
Probably.
you really not know? Fine. I'll do you a favor and explain. The Officers' Academy is comprised of 3 houses of students, each of which is closely affiliated with its region of origin.
I
The
usually
Black
skip
Eagle
this scene
House is for
whenever I
students
replay,
from the
but
Adrestian
we're back in
Empire.
school. We'll watch
Their
it.
house leader this year is Edelgard, the Imperial Princess, who is in line to be the next Emperor.
The Blue Lion House is for students from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Their house leader
Fargus.
this year is Prince Dimitri. He is to be the next king of Fargus.
Lastly, there is the Golden
Yeah,
Deer House,
woohoo!
which is for students of the Leicester Alliance.
To think
house
the
leader
next
is Thor,
princess,
grandson
king,
of
and
Duke
grand
Regan,
duke are
the
all
leader of the
here at the
Alliance.
same time.
To think that the next emperor and sovereign duke are
Close.
all
That was
here.
close.
It certainly is a promising year for the academy.
What are like the Rocky Horror
say.
callouts of this game? That's what I want
just
to work
hope
on.
none of those little treasures cause any trouble.
Quite. For now, I suggest
Hanneman, you were
taking
really
a
making me
stroll
wanna skip
around
this
the
scene.
academy to get your bearings. And when you've a moment, please stop by my research laboratory.
The old man has a point. Oh, and keep in mind that I've only notified the house leaders that you're our new professor. It's more fun that way.
That feels like
I suggest you try spending time with the students.
the game kind of talking
Some
in a meta
odd
way. It's
ducks
like it'll
in
be
that
fun to meet
bunch,
them all for the first
but
time.
they're good kids. I'm
What's the
sure
secret
Lady
DLC
Rhea
house
will
called
have
again?
more
The Ashen
information for you
Wolves.
tomorrow, but that should get you going. Good luck. You'll need it.
Yeah,
Have you no intention of changing your mind, Rhea?
Sedith?
Appointing a stranger, a child no less.
we
as
can
professor
we
at
can
our
visit the
esteemed
Abyss in this
academy is-
playthrough. I just don't think we can recruit
I have
everyone.
made my
I think we can
decision,
recruit
Sedith.
Balthus.
I know worrying comes
Balthus
naturally,
feels like
but there is truly no need.
the
That
Persona
stranger is Gerald's
Shadowverse
flesh and
version
blood,
of
after all.
Raphael. You know,
I
it's
can't
like if
say
he
that's all too comforting.
if he was
How
just
trustworthy
id.
is this Geralt
Although
character?
honestly, Raphael is
Is
so
he not
pure,
the
I
man
think he
who
would be
went
exactly
missing
the
after
same.
great
Maybe just
fire 21
hungrier.
years ago? I would remind you that Flayn is now here with us as well. I beg of you.
I would love to go
please
to a live
consider whether this is an
showing of Three Houses. I
unnecessary
mean, that's
risk.
kind of what I want this to be,
Sedith,
to an
they
extent.
have my trust.
We'll have to actually write
Be
out the
enough
Rocky
for
Horror
you as
callouts.
well. More important.
Feel free to brainstorm that in the chat.
I am increasingly concerned about a matter regarding
Yeah,
our
that sounds like
suspicious
a great
individual.
idea. There was actually a
ignore those
showing
who
of
harbor
Cats
ill will
in a
toward
movie
the
theater
church,
near me, the Music
especially
Box.
if they are
One of my
frequenting
favorite
their
theaters in Chicago. Really
Yes,
cool place.
that matter is of great
They're
importance
great,
as well.
like at
I
those
shall
kind of
continue
like
my
midnight events
investigation.
and stuff.
Rhea, for
I really
now
wanna
I
go
will
see
have
Cats
faith
there.
that you are placing your trust with the utmost care. I pray
Shamir
that
is
nothing
cool.
occurs to
I was
shake
thinking about
that
maybe
confidence.
recruiting Shamir, but we already have like 4 archers. But I mean, the teachers are pretty easy recruits, and since we're playing on Classic, it might not be a bad idea to have like backup in some way. Rowdy Cats changed my life. I'm so jealous. I really want to go to one. I still haven't gone to even a Rocky Horror, like midnight showing. I'd love to do that. I guess I gotta go teach strangers. Don't mind me. This is a fun scene. Yes! That's our team. God. Ignatz. Lorenz. Hilda! Raphael. My son. Lysithia. Marianne. Leonie. Celebrities in my heart. Oh my god, it's Hubert. Hubert. Not Hubert. Not Hubert. Not Hubert or Hubert. Definitely not Hubert. Wishes they were Hubert. Hell yeah. This is also like, if you were thinking about playing Blue Lions, this shot of Dimitri coming up, like really will seal the deal. Yeah. Yeah, yes, that's the one. That makes you play Blue Lions. Great intro to all the characters. You get a sense of who everyone is, all the characters. Da, 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 da. Your first task. We're gonna talk to everyone, by the way. I assume you're all cool with that. We'll talk to everybody.
Academy. To start, please speak with the 3 house leaders. You should also take a look around the academy and acquaint yourself with your new home. That is your first task here at the monastery. Please let me know if you accept it. Once you have finished, come and speak with me.
Okay.
May I ask a favor of you?
I have something to ask of you. Well done. You have my thanks. You tell me I get money, an iron sword, and a vulnerary? Pope lady, you got a deal. Alright. Oh my god, I haven't played this in so long. We're talking to everyone, okay? Everyone.
Ha! I imagine you were a bit surprised that I recommended you as a professor here. Frankly, we had someone else in mind for the role, but they ran off during our dust-up with the bandits.
Oh, was that orchestrated then?
Can't entrust students to someone who's abandoned them once before,
huh? I have often read it as Vulneri as well. It's a tough one to read.
You saved the lives of the students you came across.
Oh yeah, this is when Sedith
That,
is still
at
kind
least,
of
was admirable.
cold to us. He'll warm up. I think we get Sedith in the Golden Deer in part 2. We get Sedith and Flane, if I'm not mistaken.
Now you should make the round.
Flane's a great
Go around
addition.
the
I've never really
monastery
used
and see
Sedith.
that
I
you
don't
greet
know.
everyone.
Maddening is really the playthrough that shows everyone's like true strengths and weaknesses. Like you can kind of use anybody in any other mode. But from what I know with Maddening, you've got to be a little bit more deliberate. But I think everyone's viable still. Cool. It's Edelgard. Welcome to the reception hall. Here you'll find a nobody and 8 chandeliers. And Edelgard, who's up to nothing. She's not guilty of anything.
So, you've accepted a teaching position here. Pity. I was hoping you would lend your strength to the Empire. I never properly introduced myself, did I? My name is Edelgard von Hresvelg. I am the princess and heir apparent of the Adrestian Empire.
I love
I
hearing
wonder if
all
you'll
the
be
house leaders
tasked with
talk
leading the
about
Black
all the
Eagles.
characters. It's a lot of fun. We're going to go through all of them. Even though I know we're doing Golden Deer, I'm going to go through all of them just for fun. And then we'll get to the scrimmage, which either will be a quick or long fight. But I don't know for tomorrow. I want to stream this for a long time. You're in for a rowdy showing of Three Houses, so just buckle up, okay?
I hope you've had a chance to meet everyone. Would you like to know more about any of the Black Eagles?
Are you going to grab the Ashen Wolves cast? Maybe. I think... So we can't get everyone because I didn't finish the side quest, but I think we can get Balthus and maybe Constance? Is that her name? I think we can also get the classes, which is actually, I think, even better. So we can make Raphael a war monk, potentially. I don't think we can get Happy or Yuri. We can get 2 of them. Yes. What's up with you?
Me? Well,
Me?
some think I'm a bit distant, arrogant even, but there's little to be done. One day I must rise to become Adrestia's next emperor. What else? Well, it seems to me that we may have similar personalities.
Huh. A wild way to insult me, Edelgard. Everyone thinks I'm arrogant, but I can't change that. You remind me of myself. Yeah, point taken. What's up with Hubert?
Hubert is the heir of Marquis Vestra. He has served me since I was a child. You may think his blood runs a bit cold, but
I love this.
that's
that's true. He's just a
Still,
mean
if
guy.
you can get past that, you'll see he's quite astute and reasonable.
It was all in hand. Ferdinand.
For some reason, he thinks of me as a bitter rival and is always trying to challenge me. It's terribly irritating. His house is that of Duke Ire, which produces Adrestia's prime ministers. That family is perhaps too
Yeah,
pleased
everyone's
with its own
family in the Black
status.
Eagles is like 1% evil billionaire kind of vibe. These poor kids.
He's remarkably intelligent, but he only wishes to apply himself
He
to
only
tasks
wants
that
to sleep all
particularly
day.
interest him, and nothing else. He's also fond of
Tarzan is
well,
blue eyes.
napping.
Are you casting Disney? That broke my brain. Tarzan and the blue
If he had any work ethic or sense of duty,
Alright, work harder than heart. Caspar.
he's the second son of Count Bergles. He has no
Oh, yeah,
inheritance
Caspar's
in his
dad
future, which is perhaps why he's
sucks.
always
He's
so
a bad
eager
guy.
to prove himself. He's overly energetic and rushes headfirst into any battle. If he ends up
Oh,
in
Kingdom
your care,
Hearts. Oh yeah,
be sure to
Riku's
keep a
definitely in
close
the
eye
Black
on him.
Eagles. Maybe even those who live there in the dark, just like for kicks. But then might go back. Bernadetta.
She's Count Varley's only daughter. I suppose you
So
could say she's a
the
bit
problem with this
eccentric,
run is we're playing
but she
Maddening
seems like
without
a
New
gentle
Game Plus,
soul.
which means that it's going to be a lot harder to recruit people. So like really 1 or 2 is like the best we can probably do. I'm debating recruiting Bernadetta just so we don't have to fight her eventually, because I don't want to do
I believe
that.
she
You know,
shut herself away in her
we love
quarters and
Bernadetta
doesn't
here.
care to
There's no
leave,
way
but
we can do that.
Don't worry, I'll make sure she finds her way to class.
When you said Pete is also Black Eagles, I thought you meant like Pete and Pete.
Few commoners have joined the Black Eagle House, but Dorothea is an exception. She's a songstress from a famous opera company in the Empire.
Yeah, you have
I'm
to
not
be either the
entirely sure what
1%
brought her to
or
the
a
Officers'
celebrity
Academy.
to get into the Black Eagles, apparently. A rough vibe. Dorothy is great, one of my favorite characters.
To the west of Fodlan is an archipelago called Bridget. Petra is the granddaughter of their king. Bridget is a vassal state of the Empire,
That's why the
which
Eagles
is
need
how
your
she
help.
came
Yeah,
to be enrolled
for
here.
real.
She's incredibly smart and studious.
That's it for the Eagles.
Huh?
Oh my god,
See
yes!
the new professor. What a pleasure. As for me,
The real
my job is
MVP.
to stand here at this glorious entrance and leisurely watch over the comings and goings of everyone. Make folks smile, you know? And by that, I mean to vigilantly guard this entrance with my very life.
I love how
No levity
they've give him an
whatsoever.
intro if you know to look for
As
him.
of now,
That's so fun.
Nothing to report.
You know what? The Gatekeeper really belongs in Mass Effect, because I feel like he'd be the perfect, just like, crewman to check in with every now and then. Who are these people? Oh, they're just there.
Yes.
Oh my god, is Gatekeeper in Fire Emblem Heroes? That's fun. Da, 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 da. Officers Academy. Claude.
Well, well, scored a teaching gig here, did you? Talk about a great first impression. I guess that means I'd better introduce myself properly. I'm Claude von Regan.
Rowdy Three Houses showings 100% feature the Gatekeeper. Yeah, totally.
I'm from the ruling house of the Leicester Alliance, but don't worry too much about all that madness. Have you met the folks from the Golden Deer House yet? Care to know more about anyone?
Just adjusting my headphones. Yeah, let's do it. What's up with you, Claude?
Piqued your interest, have I? As luck would have it, I'm pretty curious about you as well.
Hell yeah.
But what's life without a bit of mystery? Let's just spend the next year or so learning about each other little by little.
I love that. So it's actually worth paying attention to their defining ability in Maddening. I always forget about it in other runs, but here he just gets more experience, which I think is what all the house leads get, which is really good.
He's the heir of Gloucester territory. If you haven't already picked up on it, he's a bit arrogant and fancies himself a ladies' man. That said, deep down he's really devoted and honest. Though I wouldn't mind never hearing him talk about his noble obligations ever again.
Lorenz gets more powerful with the battalion, so we'll want to prioritize authority for him. I also think Lorenz is either going to be a Dark Knight if we can manage, or he'll just be on the bench, because I feel like if you don't make him a Dark Knight, he's just terrible. So we'll have to work around that. Raphael, easy. Just punch
from
stuff.
A merchant family, but
Goodie basket.
died in an accident.
Oh, that's a good ability.
Seems like he's had a rough life.
Oh, Raphael.
Despite all that, he's just about the most cheerful guy you'll ever meet. His passions are training.
I'm proud of the Raphael dude. Let me put that up real quick. There's Raphael if he's ever MVP. I'm into the expression. Right back to Claude. Okay. What about Ignatz? What's up with this guy?
He's the second son of a merchant family. Since his brother will inherit the business, he's training to become a knight. If you ask me, it doesn't seem like he truly wants to be a knight. He's probably just doing it to please his parents.
I like how Ignatz is like in a production of Accepted at War Academy somehow.
Lysithea is the daughter of Count Ordelia, and is probably the
Double
youngest
skill
student
experience
here.
battle. That's really
But
good.
watch out.
I know she had that.
She gets angry if you treat her like
Lysithea
a child.
is like maybe
As for me,
one
I
of
do
the
it on
best
purpose.
characters in the game,
You
I
have to
think.
make your
Which
own
is
fun
also
in this
like
place,
she
you know?
alone was a big reason I want to choose Golden Deer for a Maddening run, because like she can one-shot the Death Knight like on any difficulty. She's great. Really good character.
Marianne is Margrave Edmund's daughter, and that's pretty much all I know about her. She doesn't interact
She can
much
talk
with
to
other
horses.
students,
She
so I
might
wouldn't
be a
surprised if a lot of
werewolf. What
folks
else do you
here
want to
never
know
even
about
heard her
Marianne?
speak.
Marianne's great. We're big fans of her here. Hilda.
Hilda is the only daughter of Duke Goneril. It seems her father and brother coddle her quite a bit. If you look up lazy in the dictionary, her picture won't be there because she never got around to submitting it. Not too unusual for a noble, I guess.
Hilda's also really good. Really good character.
Leone enrolled because she wants to be a mercenary. I think she said that her father is a hunter. She's pretty blunt and as stingy as they come. A habitual saver, too. I think she's hoping to repay her village for helping to send her here.
What a good group of characters. All right, we'll go through the lions real quick just for fun, and then we'll make our choice.
Please accept my apologies for the other day.
The bow is so good.
Yet I hadn't even the courtesy to properly introduce myself. I am Dimitri.
I love how you play
Alexandra
this game
Blake,
enough. You can see
Crown
there were
Prince
like
of the
5
Holy
or
Kingdom of
6
Fargus.
like animated
Of course,
things.
at the academy, I am simply a
The
student.
bow and the like
And I've heard
excited
word that you are to
arm
become a
pump are my
professor here.
favorites.
Delightful news. I still have much to learn, but I'm confident I could benefit greatly from your guidance.
This is making me want to do Blue Lions.
In any case, welcome to the monastery. I hear you're investigating the different houses here. Did any of the Blue Lions catch your attention?
You bet they did. Yes. What's up with you?
Me?
Me?
Oh, please forgive me. It's difficult to open up on the spot, don't you think? I'm afraid my story has not been a pleasant one. I do hope that doesn't color your view of me, but I understand if that can't be helped.
I love Dimitri so much.
Hello. Dedu was born
What
in
was
Dusty
that? Hello.
and has been loyally working in my
Dedu
service for the
is
past 4 years.
probably my favorite character
He's
in like
rather
fiction
taciturn,
overall.
But once you get to know him, you'll see he's a kind and good-natured young man.
Felix.
Felix is the heir to House
Lone
Fraldarius.
Wolf.
He has a bit of a sharp tongue, but don't let that fool you. Deep down, he's a good guy. He gravitates toward people who are skilled. Perhaps you would enjoy a friendly
Dude's
competition
rude
with him
and he
sometime.
loves swords.
He's the adoptive son.
I
of
love how
Lord Naldo
Ash
of
and
Castle
Bernadetta
Gaspar.
have like
But I hear he was born a commoner.
hoodies underneath
He
their
has
uniform.
an
It's a great
extremely
look.
earnest personality, so I'm certain he will approach your lectures with great enthusiasm.
Ash is really endearing. I also like him. I feel like he's a little bland compared to how everyone else is developed, but he's just such a nice guy. Sylvain.
Sylvain is the heir to House Gautier. He is a capable person who highly values his friends. That said, well, he's always been a bit of a skirt chaser, so to speak. Pardon my bluntness. I speak with him about it often, but it doesn't seem to help.
All right. Great first impression, Sylvain. Yikes.
I hear she was born to imperial nobility.
The
but a
live to
twist of
serve
fate brought her
ability,
to the
so
kingdom.
good.
She may seem
I think
carefree on the
Mercedes
surface,
is one of my favorite
but she's
lions, and
actually
also
a kind soul who pays careful attention
one of the best
to everyone
healers, I
around
think,
her.
if not the best healer. He's always been a bit of a fuckboy. That was in the first draft.
Annette is Baron
Annette,
Dominus.
underrated,
She's a
great
talented
character,
student
love
who
her.
scored
She's
extremely
great.
high marks at the Royal School of Sorcery.
I feel like as a
She's cheerful and hardworking.
mage, she's really
Brilliant,
good,
really.
but she doesn't learn a lot
Though
of spells, which
can
kind of
be a
holds her
bit
back.
oblivious
She
at
only
times.
learns like wind spells.
And here she
But
caused
she's
an
a really good
explosion in
character,
the
and I
kitchen
like
last
her
night.
personality as well. She's got great supports with the rest of the cast.
Ingrid is Count Galatia's daughter. She is also a childhood friend of Felix, Sylvain, and myself. She is diligent, industrious, and principled. In truth, she is more knightly than most knights you will ever meet.
That's everybody. Oh, my friend is playing Smash Brothers Ultimate.
I appreciate your
Whoa,
effort.
Rhea knows everything. That's a little creepy. Just catching up in the woods, and the Pope is like, hello. Oh yeah. Yes.
How are you enjoying your time at the Academy thus far? I hope you
Love
have
it.
found our halls.
I'm so happy to be back. Thank you all for joining me tonight. I'm gonna keep going, but I'm just
I suppose
soaking
it
it
is
all
time
in.
for you
This
to
is
take charge
exactly
of one
what I
of our
wanted
three
it to be.
houses of students. I must note that I am personally against entrusting someone as lacking in trackable history as
Just in
yourself
case
with
you
such a
haven't picked it
task.
up, I don't
But
trust you
It
yet.
is as the Archbishop desires.
The Black Eagles, the Blue Lions, and the Golden Deer. All so different. I hope you've made it a point to get to know each of them.
Since you are new here, I decided to allow you
Every
first pick.
book is a
Manuela and
story
I will
waiting
take
to
charge of
happen.
the remaining two houses.
That sucks. What does that mean? Every book is that's nothing. Okay. They're all looking at me, and it's hard to choose, even though I've like made a banner for the Golden Deer already. Let's pay our respects. Love all these characters, but we've made our choice.
So you have chosen the Golden Deer led by Claude, correct?
Look at Lorenz like peeping over the no. He's like, are you sure you've made the right decision? Yes.
Your heart has made its choice then. All I ask is that you guide these open minds with virtue, care, and sincerity.
They are all
I didn't
promising
realize
youths
that when
who
you
bear the
choose your
weight of
house, the
Fodlan's future
banner
upon their
in the
shoulders.
game changes too.
I hope
Like
you
we have the
appreciate
yellow
what an honor it
golden
is to
banner
lead
right
them.
now.
Brother? Oh, I am so sincerely sorry. I did not mean to interrupt.
I feel
I'm
like
in the middle of
Flane's
something,
entrance would require
Is
like
it
a
urgent?
rowdy call out,
No,
a
it's
rowdy
not.
showing, like throwing
More importantly,
spoons or something like
is
that. I don't know
this?
why, but it just feels
This
correct.
is our newest professor at the academy.
Oh my! A new addition to the Officers Academy. I am so very pleased to meet you, Professor. I am
Throwing
Seventh
fish,
Little
throwing
Sister
fish on the
Tiny.
screen. That's
I am
perfect.
so happy to make
Everyone
your
gets
acquaintance.
their fishing rod out.
Let us focus on the
Throwing
topic
fish.
at
Perfect.
hand.
Perfect.
There is something you should be aware of. In a
Flane-
few days'
yeah,
time,
Flane's,
there will be a
uh,
mock battle between the three houses.
I like Flane. I don't think
intended
she's
to
one of my
gauge
favorite
the current
characters,
progress
but
of the students. We
she's
will be
a
using
character
this
that
battle
is
as an
really
opportunity to
like
ascertain
her
your
her
own
best scenes
abilities
are in
as well.
supports. There are other
Please do
characters
not
that I think
disappoint
shine
beyond
outside of
vision.
supports, and
That is
characters
all.
that like really need supports to showcase what's interesting about them. And she's one of the latter, I think.
Wait, what? Are you really our new homeroom professor?
Is that true? You aren't quite what I had pictured. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean that the way it sounded.
I was sure you'd be roped into joining the Knights.
Don't tell me. You chose this class just to get to know me better, right? I'm flattered, really. Whoops. Now that you're our professor, maybe I should choose my words more carefully.
I don't mind.
Oh, well then,
I love
since
them.
we're pretty close in age and all, I suppose formalities aren't all that necessary.
One must truly marvel at the exceptionality of this appointment. Becoming a teacher to students almost the same age as yourself. How unusual. I've heard you are a skilled mercenary, but I cannot shake my discomfort at your new position.
Are you really as strong as they say? Let's see your biceps. I bet I packed on more muscle than you.
Oh, I
doubt
love him.
that. Apparently, our new professor was personally recommended by Alois, one of the Knights.
As far as skill goes, I saw it with my own eyes. What's more, Teach here is the child of the most renowned former captain of the Knights of Cerros.
I heard.
Yep,
There's
I
no
knew
way a
Leonie was
child of a
next
captain
after
isn't
that.
worthy. It's simply not possible.
All right, we
The
get
captain?
it.
Who are you talking about? Captain Geralt, of course. The most notable captain of the Knights
I
of
think you
Cerros
gotta
and
do
a
a shot
fearless
whenever
mercenary.
Leonie brings up Geralt, right? Like that has to be it. You're exaggerating it. I love Leonie, but
It doesn't matter what
she
you
brings
think
up
of him.
Geralt a lot.
Captain Geralt deserves nothing but respect. Well, after working as a mercenary alongside a father figure such as he, I have high hopes for our professor.
Just because someone is special doesn't mean their children are special too, Lysithia. Assuming that a child is going to be exceptional just because of their lineage is a bad idea. Don't you agree, Marianne?
Huh?
Hilda's like, you haven't spoken yet. What do you think about?
Well, we can find out for ourselves in battle. I can't wait to see what tactics you've learned from the captain.
A battle? Shouldn't we have a welcome party or something first? I'll get the meat.
How savage. I propose a nice conversation over tea instead.
Oh my
I'm
God,
more than willing to
Lorenz.
procure some high-quality leaves.
Tea?
Believe it or not, he
someone over
does
tea.
grow on you. He
There's no meat involved.
somehow
It's not a party.
has a redemption arc.
Your common sensibilities are grating to my noble ears.
So
please quiet
Leonie's kind of a
Sorry for the
divisive
bickering,
character.
Teach.
She leans
As you can
into
see, the Golden Deer House is a rowdy bunch. We're
like
not
the
especially
rival.
unified.
I like your dad and appreciate your dad
You'll
more than
find
you do.
nobles and
You're not
commoners
worthy of
alike
being
here.
his son.
Those who are
That comes up a
dedicated to their
lot.
studies
But in the scenes
alongside
where it
slackers.
doesn't, Leonie's
But hey,
wonderful.
it
Like I
just
think
makes
she's a
your life
great
more
character.
exciting, right?
That's just
I really
like
hope you're
failed
looking
by the
forward to the
script
year
because
ahead
they
as much as
keep
I am.
bringing it up like every time she has the opportunity to. It's like she can idolize Geralt and not have to speak to it constantly. But then again, this is Fire Emblem where everyone like has a gimmick and they call back to it. So, but no, I think like there are some supports with her that like I think showcase why she's a great character that are separate from just Geralt's 24/7. Jump. There are new places to explore in the monastery. You received 1,000 gold from the church. Saturday night. Hanneman. What is the cosmic opposite of Saturday night?
To determine whether the power of a crest resides within you.
I'm playing Claphan's Golf. I want the Claphan's Golf, but with the cast of 3 houses. Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
Crests? Well, allow me to tell you
You know what?
everything.
I'm skipping this scene. Fuck it. I hate that scene. He talks about Crest. That's it. That's the only scene I'm gonna skip. That's my rule to you.
With each moon, professors of the Officers' Academy receive a schedule for the month
I feel
ahead.
mad with power after that.
It notes the days on which events and missions will take place that month. Pay careful attention to your schedule.
Have you played
so that
Persona
you may thoughtfully
3,
plan
4,
what
or
you
5?
intend to do each month.
It's basically
and when.
that. I wish you the best of luck. Explore, yes. Every book is a story. Don't use that against me. I thought I heard a girl's voice. Let's save. Oh, I forgot that. Forgot that plus is zooming in. Vroom. Let's save real quick. Yeah, these are all my other playthroughs. Started with Blue Lions, then Black Eagles, Deer. I'm trying to do the church right now. This is my attempt at a Maddening Blue Lions run. And now we're here. Okay, I think... Yeah, we can still change... Here's the big question. Do we wear... What is it? Not the summer wear. There's like... Yeah, do we all wear rugby outfits? Is that the vibe? Should we all do that? Or should we just stick... It's either rugby outfits or just the normal stuff, because everything else is whatever. Yeah, okay, yeah, we're all gonna wear... Wait, can we... You can't wear it in... Oh, wait, we can wear it in battle. I think in battle, we want to take it more seriously. Oh, wait, shit. We have to go through each one. Yeah, let's do it. House loungewear. Everyone is wearing rugby outfits. Okay. Honestly, if there's one house that would do this, it is the Golden Deer, for sure. You know? Everyone else comes with these, like, really fancy uniforms now. We're all playing rugby. We did it. Oh, I could... Alright. Game. Maddening run. I could have just went to everyone. Well, now we're all in rugby. Oh yeah, this is great. Oh, I forgot the zooms. Stop. We gotta save now. I think it's a good compromise. Rugby when we're hanging out. And then
These are the students' quarters.
normal
To better
clothes
help
when
you
we're battling.
supervise them, you also have a room here. Your room is here at the end. Commoner students also reside on the first floor, while the second is primarily for students of
Oh,
noble
yeah, I forgot
birth.
that's divided in
As
that
a
way.
rule, we try to avoid discrimination based on social status here, but the nobility can be quite insistent when it comes to matters of propriety. Speaking of, it would be best for you to
Call me
avoid
coach,
improper
Claude.
conduct. I expect you to set a good example.
Oh my god,
for
if
the
you called me
students.
coach instead of teach, that'd be great.
These are the student
Oh, we
commoners.
did
As
this.
speaking of,
Sorry.
Okay. I'm not too keen on the
Who's
professor
this?
of my class. Maybe I should talk to my professor.
Okay. Hilda and Claude.
Did you hear the news, Teach? Looks like we're gonna have a good old mock battle between the houses. The Golden Deer House isn't exactly what you'd call an elite group just yet, so you may want to whip everyone into shape with some extra training. After all, competition is only fun if you win. To that end, I'd better prepare as well. You know, I was researching what it's like to live here long before I even enrolled. Want me to fill you in, Teach?
We'll just go
Students and
through it really
teachers,
quick.
That means as you you can. I hear the bulletin. If you don't think.
That's the big thing. We're not going to have
In
our
other
professor level all the way up, so we'll have to be purposeful about leveling that up.
So, about the mock battle that's coming up, you don't mind me sitting it out, do you?
Hilda rules.
As a fragile maiden, I'm useless in battle. I'll just cheer everyone on instead.
Hilda, you're absolutely going to help us in that battle. We can only use like 3 students, and I feel like Hilda is a must for that battle. We'll see. We'll probably have to. It will probably be more than once. So we'll see how it goes. Just gonna do it once through, talk to everybody. Oh, sorry, Leone. Whoops.
Hey there.
I'm Captain Gerald's first and best apprentice.
Take a shot.
I can beat anyone, Professor. Even you if I have to. It may have been only for a short time, but I learned from the absolute best.
I won't lose. Bernadetta.
I was just heading back to my room. Bye!
We could recruit Bernadetta, because she actually does secretly make a great Pegasus Knight, I think.
I don't like to come out unless I really have to. Hope you're okay with that, Professor.
I think we should try to recruit Bernadetta, because I don't have the heart to face her in part 2. Spotted Linhart. We'll see though. We'll see who we can recruit. Because we'll be more limited.
The Great Tree Moon is the best time of the year for naps. I could just forget all about my assignment. Yeah.
Oh, did you come to look at the plants too? There are so many rare flowers I'd never seen back home, and herbs I never even knew existed. My adoptive father is the real expert. He taught
Oh yeah,
me
you can take a
everything I
shot
know
whenever
about herbs,
Ash
including
says
how
Lord
to tell them
Venado as
apart
well.
and how to make medicines. You should try looking around the greenhouse sometime if the mood strikes you. Maybe something will catch your eye.
Oh shit. C-roll.
I'm a little busy.
Alright.
If
Sorry.
you're looking for the greenhouse, it's right there.
What a strange interaction. Yeah, I don't think we can really do much quite yet, but just checking in with everyone.
Goddess, I pray to thee. Please protect us. Goddess.
Whoops. Oh yeah, I think we can pet the dogs, right? It's like a DLC thing. We'll work that out later. Ferdinand? Oh no.
Unbelievable. The Imperial. If you're well.
Can we even like eat yet? Or is it like way too early still?
Hello there, Professor. Well, I call you that. But I am afraid I am not a student should the opportunity arise. The monastery is kind enough to provide a sanctuary for my brother and I. He's the only family I have. Might you help me with a favor?
We're gonna go fishing. Fishing is a great way to level up your professor level because it doesn't use any actions. So if you're not using New Game Plus, that's the way to do it. Okay. Hello, Petra.
Here at the monastery, I have had many great learnings from many
Petra would
great
also be a
people.
good recruit because
I
she's
am
just
hopeful
really
to have
good.
learnings from you too. As forever, I will do my best trying.
Or Felix. They similar characters in terms of how they fight.
I'm busy. Do you want something?
I was hoping to spar with you.
I can't right now, but let's fight soon. I look forward to beating you.
Hell yeah. That's Felix.
Ugh, I really need to eat. Why can't the dining hall stay open all the time?
Share a meal has not been unlocked. I think we had to talk to Sylvain about that one. If memory serves. You don't have business here yet. Amiibo gazebo. I like never go here, but I feel like we'll have to rely on this place for free items for this maddening run. Hey Lana, I do think you should try and recruit Linhart because he has an extremely interesting paralogue with one of the Golden Deer later on. Oh, is that with Leone? That is a really good one. Yeah, I think he'd be good.
As it were.
Oh, hello.
I heard about the upcoming mock battle. I want you to know, Professor, that I do not intend to lose. I hereby declare my intention to prevail at... Goodness, listen to me. The thrill of competition has carried me away. I won't speak so formally of a class assignment in the future. I heard about the Goodness.
I want to talk to the dude.
Let me know when you are hungry. I will make you a quality meal.
I love
as thanks
him.
for your service.
That's
to
the
His
first thing
Highness.
he tells you. Everyone else is,
I have a
oh,
request.
okay, to do seeds.
So,
Yes.
if you continue to insist on distracting
Compare this
me,
interaction
I will
with the
have no
dude.
choice but to get away with you. Joking, of course.
Ah, he's so good.
I trust you're eager to face the Black Eagles in battle. Enjoy the thrill of anticipation while it lasts. Soon you'll wish you had chosen to lead our house instead.
You're not wrong, Edelgard. I'm confident with the Golden Deer, but this is gonna be tough.
Wow, Yuritsa sure seems strong. I kind of thought he was going to be the new professor after that teacher ran away during our...
Yuritsa. I get it. I'll never be him. Not a chance.
You really think so?
Oh, here he is. I don't care for friends. What? Can't I stand outside the arena?
I care nothing about friendship.
Yeah.
If you have no business
Oh,
here,
get
please.
away from me. All right. Yuritsa makes Hubert look like the dude.
Listen to this.
You know what I'm saying?
Professor.
Okay. I forgot about the ambient chatter. Lysithia.
Yes.
Hi, Professor. Have you gotten around to visiting the library?
Honestly, making everyone wear
Absolutely
rugby
loaded
outfits
with
helps
valuable
spot them
information.
too, which is kind of
I
fun.
only wish I wasn't burdened with the necessity of sleep, so I could spend all my
Hubert
hours
Ferdinand are
there.
great supports. Absolutely.
In a manner, yes. But it's more that I want to learn as much as I possibly can.
Okay.
Here's an idea.
I feel like we need to talk to Sylvain. He's like, hey, do you want to get lunch? And then we can unlock getting lunch. Hello, Annette.
Hello, Professor. I have a teeny tiny question for you, if that's all right. You haven't seen a man with hair the same color as mine, scowling face,
Gilbert.
and a generally gloomy demeanor, have you?
I don't want to see Gilbert.
I suppose it was silly to ask.
Indeed.
Annette deserves better. Okay. I haven't been to like a lot of these corners. How do we do the minimap again? No. There we go.
Listen.
Greetings.
Let's fish first, get that out of the way. We need everything we can get before this first battle. Alright, let's see if I still got it after all these years. Not bad. Good. Gracias. We did it. Flan, you happy or what?
You have helped me so much.
Cool. Let's go to the greenhouse.
Maybe.
Maybe. What are these conversations? I forgot about them. Yes. To do seeds. Cultivate. I love that magic is the cheapest ingredient. I guess you just have it, right?
My thanks.
We did it. Yeah, we'll have to think about... Apparently, eating is a big deal in Maddening as well. Which is something I've never really given too much thought about. There's Sylvain. Wow. Oh my god.
Well, there's Dorothea, You know, Professor, I think I'm going to like it at the Officers Academy. Professor, I've got a small favor to ask.
You telling me I get an armid goby and an onion from Sylvain? Sign me up.
Oh.
So it's probably a good idea to eat lunch with someone we want to recruit. So actually, chat, I need your help. Who do you think we should recruit this run? Because we really have to start thinking about it like now. Linhardt would be cool because honestly, I kind of want to make Marianne a Holy Knight. So to have Linhardt as like the healer would be nice. I wouldn't mind Bernadetta. We can make her a Pegasus rider, and I just love Bernadetta, so it'd be good to have her here. And then I'm between Felix or Petra as like a speedster assassin type character. Save Bernie. So Bernie and Linhardt, I think, are the ones we're gonna take from the Black Eagles. They feel like they're destined to be the Black Eagles, like who leave the Black Eagles, you know? You can't break up Felix and Sylvain. Okay, so I think we should prioritize Linhardt and Bernie, and if we can try Petra as well. But I like having two because we're also gonna get Set Up and Flame, and it's just a lot. So let's have lunch with Linhardt and Bernie. First things first. Bernadetta and where's Linhardt at? He doesn't like today's special. We'll do Bernadetta and Hilda or Leicester. I've never chosen someone who doesn't like the lunch. That's kind of funny. I'm wondering if it really matters. We'll do Hilda because I think this is a funny duo. Yes.
Ooh, this is my favorite. You've got great taste. Yummy. Who made this? Compliments to the
This is a great lunch table. Oh, wow. Oh, and our professor level went up. Hell yeah. Perfect.
Nice. I knew I could count on you.
You know what, Sylvain? When you're right, you're right. Lunch was a great idea. Thanks for teaching me about lunch, Sylvain. No other quests, but I think we should go fish while we have bait and stuff, just to get that professor level up, you know? That's the fiction I'm writing, is that the transfer students just want the cool rugby outfits too, you know? Okay, we got a bunch of bait. We're gonna do it. Have you played the fourth house? The Ashen Wolves? Yeah, I played most of the... It works as like a side mission that has its own save files. It's kind of like a standalone thing. I haven't lost it. It's okay. Honestly, the best thing about the DLC, in my opinion, is just the features it adds to a run, and also seeing the original characters interact, because all three house leads are in your party for that mission, so it's fun to see that banter. But the story is like fine. There's some interesting stuff if you like are really into the lore, but I didn't really find the new characters super compelling. But Balthus is great. The hype is real for Balthus. Now this guy can fish. Queen Loach. I have not fished in so long because like there's really not a huge reason to once you've done New Game Plus. Because I immediately just get my professor level all the way up. This will help too with cooking because we can buff our stats and everything. Okay, cool. I'm gonna save. Yes. I also think for this, it might help to have some backup saves. If we just like, I'm not gonna rely on that too much, but if we ever find ourselves like completely roadblocked, or like, you know, we didn't do things a while ago and there's like no chance we can load an earlier save or something. But I don't think we'll have to do that a lot, but it's just something I'm thinking about. All right, let's call it a day. Oh my god. Okay. Sorry, I'm moving my headphones around. It's Ferdinand's birthday. Yeah.
Much appreciated.
Oh, we gotta be frugal though. It's maddening. We can't buy flowers for everyone. Okay. Okay. All right, everyone. It's been chill so far. You might be like, maddening. It's fine. It's no big deal. This is almost impossible. This mission, the first time I tried it, took me a good like 2 hours to do. And it's supposed to be like the fun, low stakes first mission. It's so hard because, like I said before, you don't have any agency over the characters yet, so you haven't been able to level up. We've only just had lunch a couple times. But the good thing, the caveat for that, is that in this battle, if anybody dies, it's not permanent. So even though we're playing on Classic, there isn't permadeath yet. But if Byleth or Claude die, it's game over. So anyway, let's do it. I'm actually, yeah, we couldn't have done anything else, so yeah, we can save over that. Oh, I've never seen that. That's cool. The ranking of cats. Part 1. Rivalry of the houses. White clouds.
Time for a mock battle, eh? How should we go about this?
I've got snacks.
Well,
Let's
you'll
do
be
this.
our commander, that much is
Thank you
for
all for
sure.
sticking with me.
Just don't screw it up and everything will be great. Got it, Teach?
Leave it to me.
Right. I'll do whatever I can to help too. I mean, I'm kind of obligated to. For example, if I add a little something to their food to upset their stomachs... Yeah, wink, wink, I read you. You can't officially condone that sort of thing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I won't poison
Let's say,
them, don't worry.
hypothetically speaking, students from the other houses started racing to the infirmary.
I'm wearing my glasses right now, and
As
I
far
have
as anyone
over-the-ear
knows, it could
headphones, so
just
it's
be
like
a harmless little stomach
kind of
bug
hurting my
making the
ears a
rounds.
little bit, but we're good.
Well, well, what a
Well,
fascinating
well,
conversation
well.
you two are having. May we join?
Claude, I can't believe you would stoop to
I can't believe you
schemes
would
to gain the
poison them.
advantage. Have you no honor?
If that was really my scheme, I wouldn't be talking about it out in the open.
Trader
I'm afraid
Joe's
you'll have to
chili
wait
and
until
lime
our
rolled
battle to
tortilla
see
chips.
what's
That sounds
really in
delicious.
store.
It's irrelevant anyhow. Whatever you have planned won't save you from a crushing defeat.
She has a point. Still, I'm rather eager to see what sort of schemes that mind of yours conjures up.
You heard him, Teach. We can't let these fine folks down. Are you serious, Teach? Well, if a crooked scheme is really what you're after, I've got more than a few of those up my sleeve.
Oh, how precious. Looks like you and the
Something
students
about
have
Hanneman
become
walking
fast
on screen
friends.
feels like right out of
While I
middle
am
school
pleased
theater.
that you are
Like,
taking
hello!
the initiative to acquaint yourself with the students, I'm afraid it's about time for the faculty strategy meeting.
Paragon v
I'm
Renegade,
sorry,
yeah,
professors.
absolutely.
It's about time I returned to my training anyway. Claude, Edelgard, until we meet again on the battlefield.
Part 1 is so nice.
Farewell.
I look forward to assessing your abilities. I hope you don't disappoint.
It is kind of funny though how, like, in this scene, it feels like Claude is the most morally ambiguous, and like
Thank you.
that caught me off guard.
Thank you so much.
I am grateful.
I am grateful.
Got him. What's the deal with magic? Okay. All right, so I need your help, dear viewer. We can have 5 units. We need Claude and Steven. Lorenz, absolutely not. For this fight, are you kidding me? No. Okay, so let's think about this. Ignatz, I don't think yet. He's an archer. Range helps in this fight, but I think if we're gonna do range, it might as well be Lysithea, because she also has a bow, but she has magic, which is great. I think Marianne, just because we need the healer. And then I think Hilda or Raphael. Both are like tanks. I think... I feel like Raphael might be the safer pick, but something about Hilda feels correct. Can Marianne heal at all yet? I think she can. She doesn't have heal from afar yet, so she has to be like right next to them. That being said, again, this battle permadeath isn't on, so like we're more comfortable losing people. And we have oh my god, we've got a lot of stuff. Might share the love with that. It actually might, maybe having Raphael and Hilda just like double tank might be the way to go, and everyone can just heal themselves when they need to. I think let's try this. Okay. I love the before fighting song. The axe, we also don't need that. We can give that to Hilda. She'll need it. We don't have to worry about abilities quite yet. Save. Okay, let's double check. We got, yeah, I think definitely Lysithea no matter what, and then I think it's a matter of Hilda or Raphael. We'll see how it plays out. Wish me luck. Rout the enemy.
So, this is the stage for the mock battle. The command's all yours, Teach.
Okay.
I'm sure you already understand, but the house that defeats the other two is declared the winner. Incidentally, I'll be overseeing this mock battle, so listen well if you want to win.
Yeah, I read online, enough people said that this battle is legitimately one of the hardest parts of Maddening. So it's almost smooth sailing after this, even though it's not really, but this is a hurdle, believe it or not. Okay, it's a practice battle. We're not going to lose anyone if they die, which is good to know. Okay, so the Black Eagles are here, and the Blue Lions are up here. If we take them both on at once, it like aggroes both of them. I think for this, I'm gonna bait them with myself.
Who, me?
Put Hilda here. I think she'll inspire Byleth with her ability.
Ready and willing.
I'm gonna put Claude here.
I got this.
Raphael, do your thing.
Leave it to me.
And Lysithea.
I will fight on the front lines. I can stop the enemies.
I always like how it's Lorenz or Ferdinand who like fucks up first.
I suppose I've no choice but to provide cover.
Thank you, Hubert. We are off to a terrible start.
Ash, can you move to the front lines? I want to lure the enemy this way.
Got it, Your Highness. Leave it to me.
Once you finish preparing, make your move. Did you?
I think my goal too is once we finish this battle, that's where I'll call it tonight. Unless it takes like really long, I wanna end this stream with beating this battle.
We'll try our best.
shit. Okay. Not great. Ah, so close. Alright. Can we... I don't know if it's quite worth it yet. I like the strategy of kind of drawing them out. I'm gonna put Raphael here to help tank. Lysithea, I think, can take out. Yeah, or she can almost take out Ferdinand. Oh man, silly. That was silly. I think she can deal with Ash. This is it. So we hit him with Claude, and then Hilda will finish him off. There we go. Hell yeah.
I am the son of House Ire. How
Dude.
did I fail?
It's Hilda.
I must
She's
need
great.
Hilda! Hilda!
Yes. And
Be
then
mindful.
Ash isn't gonna one-shot me, and I'm gonna heal. There we go.
You are performing as expected, Professor. We will have to face you with our full might.
Shit, okay. Hilda's out. Again, don't worry too much because there's no permadeath in this battle, but that was not good. It's interesting that... Good, at least we got a hit back. When the Golden Deer are positioned where the Black Eagles are now, they actually wait there to unleash a trap, whereas the Black Eagles charge. That's very interesting. Well, we know fists are good against mages for some reason. So I think we got to punch Hubert, unfortunately. Here's what I think.
It's
I
your
think
call.
I think we punch Hubert. Unfortunately. And then
Stay focused.
we finish off Hubert.
The new professor is rather strong. I suppose I'll have to call it a day.
Should I have held back?
Level up, that's gonna help out a lot.
I'm not setting a very good
Yeah, no, I don't condone any actual punches against Hubert. That doesn't look good. Why is Ash so good? Let's heal again. Jesus. Yeah, it's not worth losing Lysithea over that. I guess we'll just keep her... I'm gonna keep her completely out of harm's way for now.
We will use the forest to ambush our enemy. Everyone, I am counting on your support.
I think this might be it for Raphael. For this battle.
There go the knees.
Oh no. Okay, so
If
first
they're
things
waiting
first.
in the forest, we do well to take a detour.
Ready and willing.
That's good. I'm into that. There we go.
So strong. Have to do better next time.
As expected.
Okay, not too bad. We're down to 3. And we got so many more to fight. But that's okay. I forgot what they want you to do here. I feel like I always end up triggering fighting both. I guess we gotta go the far way. I'm gonna hang on to it for now. Same deal. Okay. We want to go behind, right?
Seems we're surrounded. At a time like this,
There
our
we go.
only option is to cut a path through.
Okay, so they're gonna start attacking. I think we... I got so excited, it's against the fence. Let's try that again. It's a low chance, but we might as well try. Gonna wait here. Okay. Yeah, this isn't too bad. The problem with this move is that I think it's good for finishing off Dorothea, but then Edelgard is bound to strike back. Let's see how we can deal with Edelgard. Oh my god. How? Oh, I guess she has a throwing axe. How is this matchup here? Okay, I think the move is curve shot against Dorothea. And then there we go.
My. The new professor seems very capable.
Hey, thanks for joining us. Yeah, we're doing okay. This is the first attempt at the scrimmage battle. Doing all right. What? I wish I could see. So if I move, she attacks Byleth. 76 chance to do 19 damage. So she'll survive. Okay, I say we just wait it out. Dorothy is not with us.
Is that all?
Ah, that would have been great. Okay, how does Byleth fare? Much better. Okay. If we can get in a shot with Claude, I think the move is get in a shot with Claude, attack with Byleth, and then finish off with Lysithea.
Look at that, a real-life princess. I'll have to be careful not to scar that little face of yours.
Careful, Claude. I'll win no matter what, but you're only making
I love
things
the
harder for yourself.
banter you can unlock here.
Losing hasn't even crossed your mind, has it? Ooh, this will be a bit of a shock then.
To shock was your intention to begin with, was it not?
Yeah, Maddening's a lot. It's fun though. I like having to think about all the factors. Hell yeah.
I'm not done yet.
Okay. Now we're gonna do Wrath Strike. Just to check.
This might be my limit.
She can do 8 damage. It's not perfect, but it's our best chance. Wait a minute. Yeah, it's our only move. Unless, does just attacking have a higher crit chance? No. Okay, Wrath Strike it is.
There can be no victory unless I defeat you. So be it.
Good. That was... Oh, we leveled up. Perfect. We'll be ready for Dimitri when we have to fight him after this.
Another step forward.
Okay, and then Lysithea. It's 73 from there. It's the same either way. Okay. We're probably going to lose Lysithea next turn. Again, it's not going to be permanent for this battle, but this is the move. Oh, move and heal Lysithea. That's actually a great idea. Thank you, Alana. Can we move to the tree now? I guess it might be better just to stay here, because she's at least got the companions buffing her a little bit. But we can heal. That might... yeah. Sorry, Lysithea.
How vexing. This isn't what I wanted.
It's okay, Lysithea. You're not out yet. Okay. This time we can just do a straight up. There we go. Perfect.
Forced to retreat. Well, things will only get
One
tougher
house,
from here on.
almost done. Okay, so now we just have to take out Manuela, who will probably be surprisingly strong, given it's maddening, but I'm not super concerned because we got... Honestly, having Claude in this fight is really helpful. I don't know if Manuela, goes after us once we're in the red here. We need Lysithea for the do. Yeah, I guess if we don't win this one, I think we'll be more selective when we put Lysithea in harm's way to specifically save her for Dedu, but we'll see how it plays out. Oh shit. Oh, we're fine. You can actually heal in this little area here, which is cool. think actually in this case we should probably just wait and heal a little bit.
Well done. I nearly wound up a patient in
That is well done. You have my thanks. Oh, perfect.
So, you've made it past Manuela, eh?
Okay.
I see now I must focus and then make my move.
Beautiful work, Professor. But the true challenge starts now.
They're getting pumped up. This is a little scary. I'm gonna... Oh, we can't use that anymore. Interesting. Let's wait it out a little bit. Oh, we can't. We can't use it here. But I think it's still worth... Yeah. Oof. Okay. I say... What does this look like? Oh, wow. What's to do? Thinking about... Okay, so Claude will survive, and then Dimitri can't reach us yet. So I think we take this opportunity to take out Mercedes. Level 4, look at us.
We must all do our part.
Ready and willing.
There we go.
Oh no. This is as far as I can
Sorry,
go.
Mercedes.
Sorry, but victory is mine.
Oh shit. Okay. It actually might have been better for me somehow.
Be mindful.
Huh. What's Dimitri thinking about? 15. I'm at 8. So I definitely have to heal. I can go here. We can both hide in the grass for a little bit. Yes! Oh, that was great. Oh, thank God.
Stay focused.
We can take out the dew.
Each battle.
Oh, sorry. I cut him off. Okay. All right. Dimitri might get Claude. Yeah.
Psst, your princeliness. You gotta think for Edelgard, right? about it. Fess up, you'll feel better.
Claude, please. This is no time for idle banter. Your defenses are wide open.
That didn't get to him, huh? What a shame. I'll find a better way to ruffle him up next time.
That was... Yeah, we should have put Claude on the trees.
That. We'll call it a stalemate.
Oh my... Fuck! Oh, no! I forgot that if Claude dies, we also lose. I thought it was just Byleth. Okay. Alright. Alright. Okay, we honestly, for our first time back, we did pretty well there. I feel like Lysithea is a must. I think losing Hilda and Raphael so soon kind of set us back. But honestly, I feel pretty good about maybe... Okay, I want to try again. I don't know if I'm going to try it at least one more time. More long range might help. Honestly, yeah, I think I never would have thought. I think Ignatz might be our guy. Late night party. Okay, I'm going to keep going then. All right. Raphael wasn't quite as helpful as I wanted him to be. But I could see him being helpful. I think Lysithea is a must. Obviously, we can't take them out. What about Leone? Marianne for heals and Ignatz for range. I think that's a good idea. Lysithea is always MVP, yeah, absolutely. My only worry here is, like, we don't have anyone who can take a hit, you know? Other than Byleth, potentially. So I wonder if... But we're also kind of playing, like, on the run, so this might be the party. Actually, I think we just need Lorenz, and I think then we're good to go, right? Yeah, I think these three. Round 2. Camp in trees, pick off and heal. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Okay, let's do it. Wait, can we switch around who is where? It doesn't really matter. For this one, at least. Steven or Claude. Remember that. That was our fatal mistake last time. We let Claude insult Dimitri, and then Dimitri kicked his ass. So that will not happen again.
This is the stage for the
Okay.
I'm sure you already understand.
Thanks, Dad.
Stay
I think
focused.
lowering them out here is good.
Ready and willing.
Our right-hand man,
Ready
Claude.
anytime.
Ignatz, secret MVP waiting to happen.
Leave it to me.
And Marianne,
Oh, me?
good to see you.
I will fight on the front lines. I can stop the enemy's advance with great. Do you have Lady Edelgard's permission to?
Lady Edelgard.
Thank you, Hubert.
Ash, can you...
Thank
Got
you,
it, Your
Hubert.
Highness.
Once you finish preparing, make your move. Did you? Mercedes, keep our enemy occupied until... I'm on it.
Thank you all for sticking with me. I appreciate your encouragement here and your advice. Now that's what I like to see. A miss. For once. Let the enemy miss, you know? Hubert is spooky season? Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Lysithea, can we get some experience in for you? Yeah, I like that. That looks good. Can we heal? Can she not heal yet? I think we have to be like right next to Byleth. And then I think Byleth get some experience here.
I am the son of House Ire. You fought well.
There we go.
Such power dwells within.
They can use vulneraries on each other, not just themselves. I didn't know that. That's amazing. Ignatz, back up, man. Marianne, hide in the trees.
You are performing as expected, Professor. We will help
Yeah, not bad, right?
with our full might.
At this point last round, we lost Hilda and Raphael, so... Oh, shit. Yeah, the surprise Hubert always gets you. Is Ash gonna kill Byleth right now? Thank God. Okay. My goodness. Definitely heal. Let's think about this. We want to take out Hubert first, I think. That's a good hit on Hubert. It's taking an arrow like it's nothing. I think... It's a mock arrow. Yeah, I guess so. Hubert has seen Nosferatu. Thanks.
Careful now.
I think just gonna take a shot at Ash with Ignatz. So what I'm debating is Marianne's gotta heal Byleth, right? And then Byleth can take out Hubert, but then will Ash kill Byleth or Steven? Or can Lysithea take out Ash? No. Or are we thinking about this wrong? Is Ash actually the bigger threat here? Okay, I think we gotta heal Byleth.
Thank you,
Steven.
Be mindful.
Here we take out Hubert. Like the 100% odds there. Let's do it. Hopefully we'll get some health back. No, it's okay.
Should I have held back?
Okay. Ash is gonna do 16 damage? What the fuck? So I lost unless Ash misses. Unless we can... Yeah, we can maybe bait him with Lysithea. Ooh. Not a bad idea. Okay. Good. Well, even if we lose... Oh, shit. What the... Why does Ash crit? Nah. Not canon.
How vexing.
Alright, well. Better Lysithea than Byleth.
Well done.
If Marianne's the MVP, I'll be upset because she's the one character I haven't drawn yet. Yeah. Level up Claude, very important.
I'm not done yet.
Okay, and now we do
Stay
our weird
focused.
trek to the west. I do think this is the team, though. I think we've solidified
We
that.
will
at
use
least.
the forest to ambush our enemy.
If they're
That's
waiting
Kim's
in the
boy.
forest, we
Ash?
do well to take a detour.
If they're hiding in the forest, don't go in the forest. I always forget you can like zoom in all the way. And they're like just in the woods. This is great. This is like actually, from their point of view, they just see us running around. It's fun. You have more characters at this stage than last time, plus healing. Yeah, I think we're doing well. Yeah, this time we only had lost Hilda and Raphael. Okay, so if memory serves, Dorothea and Edelgard are gonna charge us, so we gotta get everyone closer. But I might keep them back here, you know, just to maybe get Claude. Let's get him out of hiding.
It seems we're surrounded.
Okay, so now we can try to pick off Dorothea. It's okay. We're doing great. Wow, does Ignatz have farther reach? Yeah, I can, That's weird. Alright, well. 70% to do 12. Weirdly, I say we keep Byleth here just because they can tank the hit. We can then heal right after. And they'll do damage to Dorothea as well. Ignatz is the furthest bow reach in the game. That's amazing. Oof. Okay. Alright. Enough fun and games. Edelgard is scary.
Be mindful.
So we just have to do 9 damage to... I think it's gotta be Ignatz here because we can't use Claude as bait. Perfect. Marianne, I hate to use you as bait, but you gotta heal Steven.
Thank you.
It's kinda weird.
Stay focused.
Oh. Alright. Well, the accuracy is low enough there that it's not a sure thing. Let's take Dorothea out, though. Sorry, Dorothea.
My. The new professor
professor seems very capable.
That is that.
Oh, and we still got a Claude move. That's good.
Look at that, a real
Care lose to shock.
Okay. Marianne, hold it together. No! Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, there she goes. Again, no permadeath in this fight. It's a scrimmage. Yeah, Ignatz. Why is Ignatz the key to victory? Perfect. No one expects the Ignatz. Right, because like you already have claws. It's like how good could another archer be? The answer is very good.
There can be no victory unless.
We did it. We lost Marianne, but we're going into the next fight with all our vulneraries.
We must all do our part.
Forced to retreat.
And 2 archers, which is going to help out a lot. So, we don't really have to worry about Nadwala too much. He's the Ash of the Golden Deer.
Watch and learn.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, you really gotta make use of the archers in this fight. And just in general, I in any difficulty, I found archers to be really good in this game, especially. Weirdly, archers in the older Fire Emblem, not quite as much, in my opinion. Or at least in the 3DS ones. I don't find archers to be quite as helpful. There we go. We are +1 Ignatz from last timeline. The other tricky thing is like we don't have the ability to rewind turns yet either. There we go.
Well done.
Should I have held back?
Well done. You have my thanks. Hell yeah.
So, you've made it.
Shit, Hanneman.
Beautiful work, Professor.
Here come the lions. Okay, so we should be able to do what we did last time, except rather than leaving Claude out in the open, we can potentially risk Ignatz if need be. Sorry, my ears are bothering me with these headphones. Pro tip, don't wear over-the-ear headphones and glasses. It's somewhat painful after 3 hours of maddening. We can wait here. Have Claude hide in the bushes, per usual. Yeah, I think getting Bernadetta, even if she's just another archer, even if we don't like get super fancy with classing her, still would be helpful. Okay, I think the move is to... What's Dimitri's range? We want to stay out of that. What's the dude's range? Oh, no help in that. Okay. The dude's like not super threatening offense-wise. It's the only bad thing I'll say about the dude ever. I think we can risk putting Claude here just because, Dedue's not going to one-shot him, and Dimitri still has to take another turn, so...
Oh no. This is as far as I can go.
Okay, that went well. And Ignatz will be our little secret weapon here. I swear, if we lose to Hanneman in the last minute, I will be upset. Okay. So Dimitri, we want to stay out of his way. So 2 damage.
Be mindful.
Just want to see how much we can do. 13. So in total, against the Dew, we can do 13 plus 20, 22. He has 27 health, so we can't kill the Dew this turn. So I say... And we don't want Dimitri to be a threat. Ugh. What if we go here? Okay, so we can... Why can't we go here? Why isn't it letting me... That's weird. Okay, well, we can hide in the woods. And use a potion. I don't think they'll both... Will they both attack? It's our only move, I think. Unless... No. Shit. The Dew and Dimitri are quite the duo. The duo. Very good. I think the woods and heal is the move, right? I can't see it not being that, unfortunately. Yeah. Claude Hyde and Ignatz. Okay, so Dedu is going to attack Ignatz, which isn't great, but we're not going to lose if Ignatz dies. Oh, that was the move. And he didn't even kill Ignatz. Perfect. Perfect. I loved that. Okay, so now the question is, I think we should take out Dimitri.
Stay focused.
If possible. We can do 14.
I'm a bit uneasy.
14 plus 4. 14 plus... So we can't kill Dimitri this turn. But what about... We can put... What? Can Byleth not go here? That's weird. Three... Thanks for joining me. Have a good night. Okay, he has 27 left, so if we do Wrath Strike, that's 13 plus 3, 16. And then I think... Hold on, sorry, my math is bad. So, okay. 13 damage. He's got 27 health, so 13 plus 7 is 20. Plus... No. We... 3. So 23. We can't kill either of them this turn. I said we back up Claude even further into the bushes. Get a shot on Dedu. heal again, I think, is the move here. And, it's just 2 damage. Honestly, I think we... Hold on, how much damage is he doing? 53 for 17. I wonder if it's... Do you think it's better to heal Ignatz while we have the chance? Or get in another hit against Adu? I think heal, right? To the furthest left and heal. But the thing is, this gives him a 30% evasion. Here he'd be like, there's a chance he could, the hit percentage is pretty low on both of them if he stays here. Oh yeah, no, we can't. Okay, I'm gonna keep Ignatz here and heal. That's the move. Nope. Bye, Ignatz. Well, at least Dimitri did his thing already, and we're okay there. Okay. Claude, can you do 7 damage against? You can. Okay, so we can kill the Dew. The issue is getting Claude out alive. Unless we... Is the move to kill Dimitri? I don't think we can. Yeah, we can. So we can kill Dedu. Unless... No, I think we have to take out Dedu. Okay.
Apology. Each battle, a chance to grow.
Level up.
Another step forward.
I mean, if... Let's see what happens.
Your brain clogged.
Miss. No.
I didn't expect that. We'll call it a stalemate.
Oh, we were so close. Oh my god. Okay. Alright. I'm going to try one more time. I have one more in me for tonight. I know it's been a long stream. I'm going to try once more. And, you know, if it's the one, it's the one. And if not, we'll try again next time. But that's how these things go. You know what? I'm going to bless our odds. I'm going to briefly step away, get a glass of water, but mostly just so I can let this wonderful music play out and show off my Be Right Back screen. I'll be back in a moment. I'm back. I appreciate the sports commentary in the chat. Also, again, thank you all for joining me tonight. This is so much fun. Okay, let's think about this. That went really well. I think, you know, basically if it's down to just Byleth and Claude by the end, it's nearly impossible. So I'm thinking, like, maybe I'm rethinking Marianne, honestly, which might sound silly, but it's really hard to keep her safe. Just putting the volume up for me. It's hard to keep her safe, and we didn't really get that many heals in. Though I imagine if we did keep her around longer, we would have been able to survive. So I think if we do use Marianne, we like really got to keep her out of harm's way. Like at least have her until we fight Dimitri. Ignatz, I think, proved his worth. But in Lysithea is actually yet to help us as much as I keep thinking she is. I'm wondering if Lysithea is actually the switch. Yeah, I think Cautious has played out with us. God. Caution has played out nicely for us. I did do a shout out to Tequila during the break just to kind of, you know, have a good omen. Try Claude, Byleth, Lorenz, Ignatz, and Leone. What is Lorenz going to bring to the table? I'm not doubting you, Alana. You're literally the pro of this game. But if Lorenz is our key to victory, maybe we already lost, you know? But Leone's a good pick. I think he has a lance. But if we're gonna go lance, we should go Leone, because she's like actually good. The thing about Leone though is I think, can she use a bow currently too? Because if so, she would be a mixed... Yeah, she can. So this allows Leone to be both melee and range attack. That actually might be really helpful. So I think Leone, it's your time to shine. But then who are we taking out? I think, honestly, I think it's Lysithea, because we haven't really needed her to take out anyone. Like we were able to take out to do with the archer combo. Marianne, I feel like healing right now is more important to us than mage. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try Leone instead of Lysithea. So we got Steven, Claude, Marianne, Ignatz, and Leone. Alright. Round 3. Oh, you were trained by my dad? Okay.
So, this is the stage for the mock...
I'm sure you already understand. Incidentally,
I do like Leone canonically in this battle because, you know, she's trying to one-up you.
Stay focused.
Yeah, I think this has worked for us. I think we put Leone here. We put Marianne right behind Byleth to get ready to heal. And then the archer boys just sort of chat amongst themselves here.
I will fight on the front lines. I can stop the enemy's
If you go after Blue Lions first, do you have a better positioning? I think what happens if you go after Blue Lions is they both charge you. Like, one of them goes like, oh, you want to fight 2 houses at once? And then they're both at you, which I don't think we should do.
Ash, can you move to the front lines?
Oh, they will fight each other too. But I think, honestly, we're literally down to just Dimitri and Hanneman. I think what we're doing is working. We're just losing too many characters by the time we get there.
Keep our enemy occupied until then. I'm on it.
I don't know.
Oh my.
we'll play it by ear. I put the sound up for me. I hope there's not an echo. Let me know if everything is sounding good. All right, Marianne.
Much needed.
So Hubert's gonna charge us. Let's think. This is where we lose at somebody because we don't expect Hubert to come at us. We can knock off 5 with Leone. Actually, I think. I don't want Ash to go after Claude, so we're gonna move you. And Leone, if you do that, he has 12 left. Okay, good. So we can take out Ferdinand. Lance and Bo. Leone's great. Okay, Ferdinand, you're done, man.
As expected.
I'm from House Ire.
You are.
Ugh. The Hubert ambush. Oh shit. Okay, Leone's good. She can tank. She can tank as well, which is great. Leone was like usually my MVP when I played Golden Deer. Okay, so we're going to heal again. Well, let's think about this. Whoa. Great. Yeah. So what's Hubert up to? Can we... Okay, yeah, I'm confident. Okay, so this is great. And then get Ignatz in there. Look at that. Marianne, heal Byleth.
Thank you. Stay focused.
That was amazing. We didn't lose anybody. Yes.
That is that.
We didn't lose anyone. Oh my god. Okay, this is the team. This is the team. That was like clockwork. Wow. Give Leone Lysithia's bow that she doesn't even need. That's the key.
We will use the forest to
Yeah. In your dreams, Edelgard.
If they're waiting in the...
I've been through this before. I had 2 nightmares that are going to guarantee my victory. Bow boys. Let's do this. Leone, our star. I have a feeling... Actually, while we're here, might as well heal up. Gerald did train her well. Yeah, she knows what she's doing. I think Leone is my... Like, every house is like kind of the equivalent unit, with some exceptions. Like, Ignatz is obviously like the Ash of the house. Leone is similar to Ferdinand and Sylvain, but I think Leone is the best one. Sylvain's got really good like stat growth, so he can kind of be anything you want him to be. Like, he weirdly has good reason as well. But Leone, just as like a standard kind of cavalry unit, is really great. I'm gonna try to save. Teach says you can be anything you want to be if you have the stat growth. Amazing. Alright, Leone, you can charge forward, and Claude.
It seems we're surrounded.
Here we go. Okay, so. Yeah. Please hit. If not, it's okay. It's fine. It's whatever. Ignatz. Wait here. Leone, I think we want you up there, and wait back here. Okay. The question is, should we take out... Ooh, yeah. Honestly, I think we take out Dorothea first. I think Dorothea is more threatening. Because Edelgard only has one attack and it's pretty low probability. So... Yes. 5 versus 2 is gonna be good. Yeah, for real. Actually, wait, we don't want to throw Claude to Edelgard, even if she's not an immediate threat. Ooh. What'd she do? 74% to do 18. She's not gonna one-shot Claude, so we're okay. We can risk this. Ooh, wait a minute. We don't want to risk that, though. Yeah, there we go. That's what we want. Minor Crest of Regan. And then I think Leone should get the... Yeah. Looks good to me.
Another one down.
Leone, you rule. Can we... Is this a smart move? Probably not yet, right? I think we stand... Ignatz, what's up? Oh, even Ignatz can tank Edelgard. Edelgard's not really much to worry about, to be honest. Right now. I'll eat my words later, but right now, not so much to worry about. Hell yeah, Ignatz. I just love the fact that Ignatz can just stand his own in that encounter. Okay, so I think 13. We can definitely take out Edelgard this turn.
I'm a bit uneasy.
Oof. No, not quite. Yeah, Leon. Honestly, whoever in chat recommended Leone, thank you. A+ choice.
There can be no...
Edelgard is out. Yeah, Marianne's gonna have... that's the move. Keep Marianne just completely out of harm's way.
Forced to retreat.
And then she can go in and heal everybody. We still have a full... Have we lost anyone? We still have a full party. That's incredible.
Ready anytime.
Yes! Oh, Ignatz. I've never loved him more than now. Full squad.
Did the trick.
Did the trick. I love Leone. I love this whole cast. Okay. I love how Manuela is just like patiently waiting.
Thank you.
Okay, so we've been here before, right? Manuela we don't have to worry about too much. I love that Byleth and Leone are kind of duking it out side by side. I think we keep Marianne like in the woods, off screen. That sounded mean. I meant, you know, when the lions come, we'll have Marianne like hiding nearby so she can heal if need be. In which case, I think healing now would be good. Oop. Are we out of heals? I think we are. Yeah, we're out of healing. That sucks. That's okay. We have a full party, and honestly, everything we did was needed. Let's use a vulnerary, right? Juice boxes. That's great. Okay. The lions are on their way. Honestly, Marianne might not be a bad character to use against Dedue, because she has Nosferatu still, which is something. And honestly, we can use her as bait if nothing else.
Beautiful work, Professor.
Because we got the full party. Everyone's pumped. Oh man, Dedue's ability is so good that okay, so I think Leone we want. Byleth. Deep breath. Don't get cocky quite yet. Still got... Okay. Let's... Here. So, honestly, Mercedes, I don't think we need to worry about too much. Oof. I think maybe put Byleth here. Pick Mercedes off first. Yeah, you might be right. Currently, though, the only person who can attack her is Claude. Marion already went, so I'm wondering... Get to do out of range. Okay, so let's bait to do, I guess, here, and then good. Could use the level up.
I'm not done yet.
Okay. I think maybe like wait here, honestly. I think this is the move. Because Ignatz should fire back. Yeah, I think this is fine. Who else needs to go? I'm just gonna wait right here, honestly. Sorry, Marianne. Oh, okay. She did a bit of damage there. That was good. Oh, wow. She's doing way more damage than I thought to Ignatz. Okay. Alright, so Dimitri is still... He still needs another turn to really fully ramp up here. We gotta take the dude out first. Oof.
I'm a bit uneasy.
Okay. The question is... We can take Mercedes out, or... That's 6. We can take the do out, but it kind of takes like everyone. But honestly, I think taking the do out is the move. Okay.
Each battle, a chance to grow.
And then we heal Ignatz. Okay, not bad. Okay, so I think we knock out Mercedes and then like force Dimitri to come to us. He can go up to here, so we're actually in a good spot. Well fought, Mercedes.
Oh no.
I'll manage.
And then heal Leone. Great. Okay, I think we're in an okay place. Let's just make sure we can take him out. So that's 7 there. 4.
Let's get to it.
12, but Leone dies. So 7, 11 plus 12 is 23. I don't... Wait, can we... Hold on, my math... It's so hard to do math here. Can we take him out this turn? So that's 12 damage right there. plus 12, it's 24. Plus, so 28. 28 plus 7 is 34. Yeah, we can kill him. Okay, cool. I don't know if my math is right, but I think we can do this. 35, thank you. Alright. Start with Ignatz here.
Claude.
Okay, so Leone first. We'll probably lose here. But 10 and then... Yeah, okay. Alright, Leone. Thank you for your hard work.
Damn.
Leone was so helpful. That's okay. Not permadeath yet. Wrath Strike.
You're a tough opponent, but I refuse to yield.
Ooh. Wow, okay. Dimitri out.
My training was insufficient.
I think
so
you did
sorry,
great,
everyone.
man.
The rest...
Oh my god, Ignatz is still here. So I'm assuming that Hanneman is not really anything we have to worry about. But, you know, we'll still be careful. We've come this far. Honestly, it's important that we have Ignatz because, you know, we don't want to risk Byleth and Claude. Bait with Ignatz.
If you say so.
I think we must have it, friends. Eat shit, Hanneman. Yeah.
What is that?
Oh my god, we did it. Oh my god.
All right, that's that. The winner of this mock battle is
The Golden Deer.
the Golden Deer House.
Yes. Oh,
Great
thank
work,
God.
everyone. Even if it's just a mock battle, the taste of victory is sugary sweet.
It was. That took everything I had, Claude. Who's the MVP? Who's the MVP? It's Byleth. It's Steven. We gotta switch it. There it is. There he is. I was kind of hoping it was Leone. But, you know, when you're right, you're right. Thanks to the efforts of Steven, all of your allies' motivation increased. Wow. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I am grateful.
Great work.
I forgot
That
about
was
the
a
rugby.
brilliant win.
Oh my god. Everyone did so well, yeah.
Playing ignorant as to the quality of your command and deflecting the praise to your students. You really are a model professor, Teach. To be honest, I had a bunch of other schemes planned as well, just in case the situation called for it. But I didn't have to resort to any of them. I suppose our opponents lucked out.
Well met, Professor.
Here's everyone.
The breadth of your skill was
Oh my
on
god,
full
Lorenz
display
said well
today.
met.
I must admit that your tactics were masterful. I shudder to think what may have transpired had it been Claude leading us into battle.
I noticed that too. We just did what you told us, and we won. I love it.
As expected from a child of the former captain of the Knights. Thank you for today, Professor. I have much to consider. I never doubted that our professor would be amazing. It was way too obvious. Don't you agree, Marianne?
Me? Oh, yes, of course. Well done, Professor.
Captain Gerald taught his child well. It
Take
would
a
have
shot.
been more of a surprise had our professor proved lacking.
Don't you think it's a bit harsh to give Gerald all of the credit, Leonie? In any case, it's clear that we only won because of our new mentor's guidance.
A mercenary's wisdom and techniques are forged in battle. Those are the sorts of things you can only learn through experience, right, Teach? But more importantly, it's time to celebrate our victory. Teach here has yet to try my well-renowned home cooking. I really do hope you'll join us. After all, I swiped some finely aged cheese from the dining hall for just this occasion.
Your work with the students was remarkable.
Hello, Ray and
I can
Seth.
see Gerald trained you well. I do hope you were able to use the occasion to bond with the students. I'm so happy to hear it. Nothing would please me more than if you used this coming year to grow closer still.
Of course, the mock battle was mere practice. The real fight is the battle of
Oof.
the Eagle and Lion,
See how that goes.
which will take place during the Wyvern Moon. You are expected to properly train your students so as not to humiliate the Academy during the long-held tradition that is the coming battle.
As for today, I have called you here to tell you of your mission for the month ahead. Your class is to dispose of some bandits causing trouble nearby.
Those affiliated with Garrigmach Monastery have a moral obligation to help those in need, regardless of social standing. Students are no exception. Each month before the newly birthed moon departs, each house of students must complete their assigned mission. You shall work to complete the task at hand alongside your students and report back to the Archbishop before the deadline. Understood? I will soon provide you with the necessary details for your first mission. If I told you now, I expect you would only forget, and I despise repeating myself.
I forgot how rude setup is in the
Special
beginning.
within your heart. I have high hopes for you.
Bandits, they say.
The
Do you recall when we first met? You shall not fall so shamelessly again, correct?
Oh
Say
shit.
No words for me.
Whatever.
Do not tell me that you are shocked to hear from me. You ought to know that I am always with you now. To hear my voice should not come as a shock.
Got it.
What is this nonsense? All I was told was to kill as many noble pipsqueaks as possible.
Oh, yeah.
No one said anything about the Knights of damned Cerros being on our trail.
You have proven yourself worthless, distracted by something so trivial. I had hoped you would achieve your goal despite the setback. But now a child of the Knight's former captain is in play. How interesting.
Hey, this isn't what I agreed to.
Hiring a mercenary as a professor. What was that woman thinking?
Are you listening to me? How do we finish this?
You die.
What?
Underestimating the Knights was an amateur mistake. One you will pay for. The road to eternal torment awaits you all. Now I must locate your replacements.
Wait! Get back here! Damn you!
Save. Yes.
Part 1.
White clouds.
White clouds.
Familiar scenery.
Harpstring moon.
Harpstring moon.
Familiar scenery.
I'm gonna wrap up soon. I'm just letting it play out. but I am so glad we won that battle.
In honor of the saints whose births or
I'm
deaths
committed.
took
This
place
is so
under
much
this
fun.
moon,
I really,
the people perform
even if it
music once
takes a long
beloved
time,
by
it's
those
a
divine
marathon, not a sprint. I would love to finish this
Whether
on
by
stream.
harp,
And that'd be a
by
lot of
flute,
fun.
or voice alone, joyous melodies are shared
And
between
it'll probably be,
farmers as they sow
you know,
their
I
seeds
think
across the vast
maybe
plains
in the
of
future
County
we'll
and
we'll
Gronder.
think more about like how long each stream should be. But honestly, I kind of like living in the moment with it. You know, like this one just felt like it should go until we won, and we did. So yeah, but once we get the ability to save in the monastery, I want to wrap up. But in the meantime, thank you all so much for joining me tonight. I will be back soon. I don't know exactly when, but I'll let you all know. Probably like within the next week. Honestly, probably in a couple days. Knowing me, I feel like whenever I start something like this, I get so excited. Oh. That I go back to it right away.
As you
I also have a
already
long
been
weekend coming
notified,
up,
your
so I have some
mission
more free
is to
time.
subdue some bandits. Our students have been learning about combat through study.
But I'll let you know regardless.
This is a precious opportunity to provide. The knights will support you. In short, this is no mock battle. You will receive a message from the knights when it is time to depart.
More bandits. Not very original.
The rugby outfits were a good move.
Well, as long as you're with us, at least things won't be boring. In fact, it may take a turn for the interesting. And with that, I take my leave to make my final preparations.
You seem well.
Wow.
Are you adjusting to life at the monastery?
A lot of scenes.
Oh, I didn't expect that answer. When we were mercenaries, I handled everything. Outside of battle, you didn't have much contact with people, did you? I thought being thrown into a swarm of noble brats to teach would be a bit much for you. But I guess I had nothing to worry about. By the way, I heard about those bandits. Your first assignment is to take them out, right? That's fairly routine for you by now, but don't forget it's the first real taste of battle for those brats. It'll be tougher to sleep at night if you let one of your little pupils die. So stay
I think we
vigilant
get
and
Divine
lead them
Pulse
well.
next battle. And even though we're doing classic, it will like I've never accepted
For now,
someone
I'll
dying
try to figure out what she wants
unless
from
it's
you.
like the final.
I don't
final
mind
battle
you
or
settling
something.
into
If there's
your
like
life
no
here.
other way around it,
Don't let your
I'd rather
guard
just
down.
restart the mission.
Ever.
You know. But yeah, once we're in like the final two battles, like you know, you can start making calls there. But before then, nah. It's Annette's birthday. Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool. Oh yeah. This is interesting playing this game like right when it came out because it tells you like what percentage of players do each action. So it was like everyone kind of figuring out the game together. Which is interesting. Okay, I am going to hit explore and then we're going to save. Steven, a girl's voice. What could it mean? I keep the DLC supplies under my bed. Thanks. Cool. Yeah, that's going to be it. Hey, thank you so much for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you as well. This is so much fun. I'll be back soon. Fear the deer. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Bye-bye.